Good afternoon from Stallard Field in Wise, Virginia, where the final regular season series of the 2026 season has arrived for Carson-Newman baseball as the Eagles are in Wise, Virginia here at Stallard Baseball Field to take on UVA Wise. Carson-Newman has won 6 straight games, tied for the 8th longest active winning streak in Division II, the longest active streak in the conference. The Eagles are 28-17 and start this doubleheader today with the opportunity to win 2 games and become a 30-win club for the second straight season. They're up against an 11-win UVA Wise team today that has already been eliminated from the conference tournament. They're 11-33 and 6-24 in the league this season. They were eliminated from the SAC tournament after losing the series finale to Anderson over the weekend. The Cavaliers won the opener but lost the next 2, and that's why they enter this series knowing that their season ends tomorrow afternoon regardless of how this contest goes. Carson-Newman at 28-17 will send Logan Floyd, Aiden Gibson, Bradley Soto-Diaz, 2 seniors and a junior to the plate in the opening inning with Tanner Kilgore, Sebastian Rodriguez, Cole Nathan in the middle of the order. Braxton Smith, Carson Cochran, and Ryan Bolton round out Carson-Newman's order 7 through 9 on this Friday afternoon. Series gets moved up a day, and they'll play 2 today because of potential rain tomorrow. That could affect tomorrow's 9-inning game. We'll play 9 in the first game and then 7 in the second game of today's action. UVA Wise will send Eli Reese, a senior right-hander, to the mound. He's 1-7 this year in 11 starts, 55-plus innings of work with a 7.64 ERA. Just 29 strikeouts in 55 innings. And he's walked 36 batters. His walk number has derailed him so far in 2026. All right, Carson-Newman in the gray uniforms, brand new gray uniforms, gray pants as well, blue ball caps against UVA Wise in the black uniforms and white pants as Eli Reese pitches a breaking ball low at 3:04.
First pitch, 3:04.
Outside for ball 1 to Logan Floyd. Became the first player in half a decade to reach 200 career hits on Tuesday against Shorter. He enters today with 201 career hits. 1-0 fastball grounded sharply to short. The shortstop Miller attacks the ball. Low throw, and Jake Smith gobbles it up at first. And a 6-3 putout is the opening out on 2 pitches for Eli Reese. Dane Frelick is the third baseman with Miller at shortstop. Second base is Luke Johnson with Jake Smith at first base. Jacob Boyles the catcher with Jaden Ruling, Dalton Chapman, and Joshua Morgan left to right in Wise's outfield today. As Aiden Gibson steps in, a 5-game on-base streak for Gibson entering today's game, and he drowns one sharply down the line at third for a base hit. It goes underneath Frelick's glove into left field and foul ground. Gibson rounding first. He'll head to second. Throw is a good one. Gibson slides there first safely. And it's a 1-out double from Aiden Gibson to extend his on-base streak to 6 straight, and the Eagles have a base runner on the 3rd pitch of the game. Good pitch there to swing at by Gibson. Grounded it so sharply that Frelick at third, playing the hot corner, couldn't get to it. And the Eagles have a man in scoring position now for Bradley Soto-Diaz, the 1-out batter. Eagles opening up a series here at Wise. Lost their only conference series ever against Wise at this field 2 years ago as Soto-Diaz swings and misses at a changeup for strike 1. 6-game hitting streak for Bradley Soto-Diaz. He's been on base in 14 straight and enters this final weekend series of the year hitting .391. 0-1 set for Reese. Lifts the left leg, fires a breaking ball. Soto-Diaz aggressive, swings and misses, and it's 0-2. 5 pitches into this first inning. Reese got an out on the second pitch, gave up a double on the third, and now his next 2 of 4 swings and misses by Soto-Diaz. Scoreless first. Reese comes set the 0-2, and he'll wait as he steps off and fakes a pickoff to Gibson at second. Pitch clock resets as Reese comes set. Scoreless first inning. Eagles have a runner on. At second, the 0-2 to Soto-Diaz. Foul tipped it, but Boyle behind the plate couldn't hold on, so Soto-Diaz gets a second life. As he nearly swung and missed at a 3rd straight pitch, but he just barely foul tipped it, and Boyle didn't hold on to it. Count stays no balls and 2 strikes. Top of the first inning. Eagles and Cavaliers. And the first of 3 this weekend. Long pause for Reese. 4 to pitch. He offers home a breaking ball that Soto Diaz skies up and foul. And out of play. He'll stay alive at 0-2. Carson-Newman, winners of 6 straight. This is the program's 3rd 6-game winning streak of the year. A win in this first game of this series will give Carson-Newman its longest winning streak of the season. It's coming at the right time as well. Another 0-2 pitch from Reese to Soto Diaz. Line drive over to the second baseman. Johnson into center field for a base hit. Gibson gets the stop sign as Chapman's throw is cut off at the mound by the first baseman Smith. And Soto Diaz keeps the line going after Gibson's 1-out double. Soto Diaz follows with a single of his own on a 2-strike pitch. And the corners are occupied for the Eagles with 1 away for Tanner Kilgore. Good 2-strike approach by Soto Diaz. Stayed alive on a couple of breaking balls. Finally got a pitch over the plate and drove it into center field for Carson-Newman's 2nd hit of the inning. Now Tanner Kilgore, who homered at this field 2 years ago, helped lead a charge last year here at home, or at Wise, in a 16-2 victory as he takes low for ball 1 from Reese. First ball that the right-handed senior has thrown here in the opening inning. 1 ball, no strikes as Reese sets and pitches, and Kilgore hits it softly just past the mound. Charging is Frelick behind the mound. The third baseman will throw out Kilgore, but a run scores on the ground out, 5-3 ground out. Kilgore drives in a run for the 14th time this year. Eagles are on the board as Gibson scores, and Soto Diaz moves up to second with 2 outs on the board for Sebastian Rodriguez. Well, productive out. Wasn't hit all that well, but well enough that Frelick's only play on the slow roller past the mound was first. So the Eagles scratch across the game's first run, and now Rodriguez tries to add to it with 2 away. Reese fires a fastball high. 4-1. Rodriguez sitting right at 300. 19th start of the year for the Greensboro, North Carolina native. 21 hits, 19 runs batted in this season. Takes breaking ball into the turf and outside as well. 2 balls and no strikes. On Rodriguez, the 2-out batter here for the Eagles. With Carson-Newman ahead 1-0. Long look at second by Reese. A second look at Soto Diaz. Now the 2-0. Rodriguez takes a strike on the corner. 72 and sunny for the series opener. The temperature should tick up to near 75 as these two teams continue on today. It's pretty windy as well. Wind gusts up to nearly 20 miles per hour. 2-1. Elevated fastball from Reese, and Rodriguez has worked himself into a 3-ball, 1-strike count with 2 away here in this opening inning. Wind gusts will have the temperature making it feel like it's below 70 or under 70 degrees, but this all-turf field that reflects off makes it feel warmer. 3-1. Try to go to the outside corner, and Rodriguez takes a walk. 5-pitch walk extends Carson-Newman's first inning. 2 aboard again with 2 away now for Cole Nathan.
With 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the first inning for Carson-Newman. Now batting second baseman number 6, Cole Nathan.
Cole Nathan, the 2-out batter with 2 aboard for Carson-Newman. Trying to start the scoring, or add on to it. The Eagles have already started the scoring, trying to pad onto it. Soto Diaz at second, Rodriguez at first as Nathan takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Nathan, the Knoxville Natum All-SAC player a year ago, up for that again this year, more than likely, hitting 300 with 6 home runs, the second most of the team, and 31 runs batted in. 0-1 pause from Reese. 2 glances at second, now he offers an 0-1, and Nathan jammed on the fastball. Pists it up the first base line, foul, and it's strike 2. Reese has fared well, getting ahead of Carson-Newman's hitters so far. Fell behind Rodriguez and walked him, but got ahead Soto Diaz, 0-2, and now does the same to Nathan 3 batters later here in the first. 1-0 Carson-Newman, 2 aboard, 2 strikes, 2 outs on Nathan. Fouls a fastball back to the screen to stay alive. Soto Diaz had a good two-strike approach to get on base, which was Carson-Newman's second hit of the inning. See if Nathan can do something similar here. Another 0-2 from Reese. Breaking ball. Nathan waits. Lines to third. Frelick, a diving play at third to rob Nathan of a hit and an RBI. Inning over. Good work by Frelick at third. Carson-Newman scores the game's first run on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left aboard by the Eagles. Christian Henderson to the mound for Carson-Newman for his 12th start of the year. Eagles have a 1-0 lead when Henderson toes the mound for the first time, and we return to Wise, Virginia after this.
Domino's Pizza in Jefferson City and Morristown wants to help feed your business. When you're hungry at lunch, show your business card at Domino's in Jefferson City and Morristown when you make your purchase for pickup or delivery to get 25% off the entire order. That's 25% off your order at Domino's in Jeff City and Morristown when you show your business card. Call 865-471-6700 to get a pizza. Domino's, the official pizza of the Carson-Newman Eagles.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
Back at Stallard Field, where Carson-Newman has a 1-0 lead in the series opener with UVA Wise here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers going to welcome you back to Wise, Virginia. Our broadcast location here for today is up against the screen on the concourse here, just in front of the bleachers here at Stallard Field. So we're with the spectators, essentially, like we were with the NCAA tournament last year. Sitting next to many of Carson-Newman baseball players' parents and whatnot throughout this contest here today, and there's UVA Wise fans off to the left as well, but a great view just behind home plate offset to the right to take in this series finale here from Wise, Virginia, as Jaden Ruling opens up the home half of the first, hitting .338 for the year against Christian Henderson, who toes the mound for his 12th start of the year. First pitch, fastball elevated above the hands to Ruling for a ball. Henderson a 4.6 ERA, a win and a loss in 11 starts, 60-plus innings of work. 1-0, swing and a miss by Ruling out in front. Swinging strike one evens the count. Henderson coming off his second longest start of the year, 7 1/3, a 4-run ball against Coker exactly 1 week ago. 1-1. Swing and a miss again by Ruling behind the fastball from Henderson, who's worked ahead 1-2 now. Henderson has allowed 4 runs or less in 5 of his last 6 starts, or 6 of his last 7 starts, rather. 1-2. Half swing, ground ball to second. Nathan to his left fields and throws out Ruling with ease on a slow roller to the right side of the infield, one away. And now Luke Johnson, the left-handed hitting infielder. Nathan and Floyd at second and first. Rodriguez at short for Carson-Newman. Aiden Gibson's at third base once again. Ryan Bolton, Braxton Smith, Bradley Soto Diaz left to right in Carson-Newman's outfield. And Carson Cochran does the catching for the Eagles for the 32nd time this year. First pitch to Johnson. Breaking ball stays high and away for a ball. Luke Johnson transferring in here at Wise. 35th start of the year, hitting .364. Best batting average on this Cavaliers team. Swings and goes opposite field, hitting it toward Ryan Bolton and left. Johnson hits it off the wall and left, rounding first. Bolton's throw is a strong one right to the bag. Nathan applies the tag just late as Johnson slides in safely with a 1-out double. Great throw from Ryan Bolton and left. Perfect to the bag for Nathan to apply the tag, but Johnson just barely got in there before it. Luke Johnson has his 5th double of the year, slicing one to left. Lefty off the righty Henderson has Wise's first hit to bring Carter Babb to the plate. Carter Babb hits for Wise, an 11-win Wise team here. 7 home runs in 33 games. First pitch to him. Fastball inside corner, a strike from Henderson. Good job. The ball off the wall and left. Didn't get a great kick off the wall, did Bolton, and still from the wall made a great throw, having to go after that ball and left. Up against it. Didn't really deflect off of it. 0-1 set. Henderson pitches. Babb takes outside. It is a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Carter Babb. Has drove in 30 runs. Jake Smith, one of their top run producers, is next in the cleanup hole. Cavaliers trying to match Carson-Newman's first inning. 1-1. Knee-high strike. Babb disagrees. Carson-Newman's first inning went ground out double before later scoring a run on a ground out. Wise's first has started with a ground out and a double as well. Cochran gives Henderson the signs. Now he comes set 3 to pitch, and he offers it 2, and it's lined sharply toward right field. Bradley Soto Diaz after it. He won't get there. Carter Babb is in an opposite field home run over the right field wall, and the Cavaliers have the lead on a 1-2 pitch. Carter Babb hits his 8th of the year, and the Cavaliers go in front by a run. Good swing from Babb, and he's greeted by his teammates throwing his helmet to the dugout. And the Cavaliers have hit a home run here in the opening inning off Christian Henderson, the 7th that the sophomore has allowed this year. And now Jake Smith, the team's top home run hitter. Doesn't hit all that well. The ball jumps out of this park. Certainly did there. First one to Jake Smith, hit sharply towards second. Nathan dives. It gets past his glove into center field for a base hit. 3 consecutive first inning hits here. A double, home run, and now a Jake Smith single. Have the Cavaliers with another base runner for Joshua Morgan. Lots at stake for Carson-Newman this week, and this weekend, and we'll talk about it throughout today's broadcast. Carson-Newman can finish as high as 5th place, but any scenario the Eagles have to move up in the league, they've got to win the series as Morgan swings and misses at a breaking ball for a strike. Newberry won at Mars Hill today, and so that means Carson-Newman's a game and a half away from 6th place in the live standings, which means Carson-Newman has to win 2 this weekend in that scenario. 0-1 to Morgan. He pops it up foul. And the count is 0-2. A sweep can get Carson-Newman all the way up to the 5th spot in the league standings. Most likely is 6th and 7th, but it's not out of the realm of possibility that Carson-Newman can scamper up to that 5th spot by the end of the weekend. 0-2. Breaking ball away. Morgan stays away. And it's a ball in 2 strikes now as Henderson tries to navigate through this opening inning. He got a ground out from Rolling, but a double, home run, and a single has Wise ahead by a run with a base runner on base. 1-2 set for Henderson in a 2-1 game. Fastball low, evens the count. Pretty windy today. It's a side wind, though, for the most part. Has been changing throughout the day. It's somewhat light, though. It's windy in our location here at the concourse, but out in the outfield, the flag doesn't move as Morgan fouls another 2-2 off to stay alive. That's what's been so weird about this wind today. At times it picks up, other times it doesn't. Cavaliers have the 2-1 lead on a Carter Babb blast here in the opening inning. Henderson comes set, another 2-2 to Josh Morgan. Swing and a miss. Chased a changeup away, and Henderson has his first punch out. 2 away in the inning for Dane Frelich. Frelich robbed Cole Nathan of an RBI base hit in the top half of this inning at the third base spot. He made a diving play. And now Dane Frelich tries to extend this Wise inning with a runner on and 2 away. With a 6th hitter in the order. First pitch. Fastball waste time. Frelich, a .330 hitter, his 30th start of the year. 5 home runs. 24 driven in. Reaching base 45% of the time as Henderson misses. Cochran loses the ball just to the side. Runner stays put at first base. In Smith. Two-one game, 1-1 set for Henderson here in the first. Pitch home, high and inside, 2 balls and a strike. A 20-pitch opening inning here from Christian Henderson. Eagles trailing by a run after grabbing the lead in the top half of the inning. 2-1. Off the plate as well, trying to drop the slider to the outer edge and missed. It's a 3-ball, 1-strike count. With a runner on and 2 away for the Cavaliers here in the bottom of the first. Frelick's 3-1. He takes strike 2. May have been taken all the way based on how he watched that pitch come in. He was halfway out of the box. Smith will be on the move as Henderson pitches a 3-2 and Frelick fouls it back. Cavaliers teams made Henderson work here in the opening inning. Although their 3 hits, which came consecutively, came on just 5 pitches. Payoff again. Grounded towards second. Nathan near the second base bag's only play is to first with the runner in motion, and he throws out Frelick to end the inning. A couple of ground outs get Christian Henderson through the first, but Carter Babb has given Wise the 2-1 lead after 1 as he launches his 8th home run of the year over the right field wall, and Wise leads by a run after 1 inning here at Stallard Field. This is the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Looking to make your home more comfortable and affordable? Maybe with a new electric heat pump or new attic insulation? And don't forget new doors and windows. AEC is here to help. We have a quality contractor network, easy financing, and incentives for home upgrades. Plus, AEC carefully inspects every job to ensure the highest quality satisfaction. Visit our website at aeccoop.org for applications, contractor lists, and more details. AEC, power what matters most. Andrew Rogers, glad to have you back with us here on the Eagles Sports Network, where Carson-Newman is battling UVA Wise in the first of 3 this weekend, first of 2 today. The 2 teams will retake the field for a 7-inning game following the conclusion of this game, which is 1 inning in. Carson-Newman and Wise meeting for the 26th time. Carson-Newman leads the series 21-4, and will send 7, 8, and 9 to the plate here in the opening inning, down a run, or in the second inning, down a run. Smith leads off for the Eagles, hitting near 350. At 351 is Braxton Smith's batting average in his sophomore season. First pitch of the second inning from Eli Reese is a fastball in there for a called strike. Righty-righty matchup opens up inning number 2. Carson-Newman had 2 hits in the opening inning. 0-1 to Smith, bounced into the turf well below the plate. Ball and a strike the count as Eli Reese makes his 12th start of the year. Senior from Lula, Georgia. Been one of the consistent starters every weekend for the Cavaliers this year. 1-1. Breaking ball, hits softly to short. Miller to his left, fields off the hop, throws to first, play is made. Smith grounds out, second 6-3 putout. Here early on, there's one away for Carson Cochran. Eli Reese has struggled this season in every start. In 9 of his 11 starts and 9 straight starts, he's allowed at least 3 runs and as many as 8 in a start this year. That was against Tusculum earlier this month. He's coming off a start in which he went 5 innings of 3-run ball at Anderson a week ago. Reese drops in a breaking ball to Carson Cochran for called strike 1. No balls and a strike on Cochran. 1 away in the second inning. Carson-Newman trails by a run. Breaking ball off the plate. Scooped up on a backhand by Boyle. It's 1-1. Cochran, one of the leaders in the conference in sacrifice bunts. Swings and misses at a 1-1. It's 1-2. Cochran hitting .308 in his redshirt sophomore year. 25th start of the year. 20 hits this year. A great stretch of success at the plate through mid-March into this month as well. Swing and a miss, though, at a 1-2 changeup. He went down and chased it, and there's 2 away for Ryan Bolton. Carson-Newman's 9th hitter in this batting order. First time through, Reese will face his 9th batter here with 2 away in the second inning in a 1-run game. Bolton made a great throw in that first inning on Luke Johnson's double toward left field. Just late from Nathan. And it ended up leading to a home run, a 2-run blast that has Wise in front as Bolton takes a strike. Reese has retired 3 straight, and since the hits from Gibson and Soto Diaz has retired 5 of the last 6, and Bolton skies one in the air right side. Chapman and Morgan are in the outfield, center and right. Morgan calls off Chapman, and the play is made in right center to retire Ryan Bolton. Carson goes down in order in the second frame as Eli Reese tosses a scoreless second inning. Wise a 1-run lead, and their bats are coming to the plate again in the bottom of the second inning. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Cavaliers in the second after this.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Andrew Rogers, glad to have you back with us here on the Eagles Sports Network for Carson-Newman's series opener with UVA Wise final conference and conference series of the season. Here in 2026, it's Carson-Newman 1 and UVA Wise 2. Cavaliers have a 2-run blast from Carter Babb, and that's the difference so far here at Stallard Field. Jacob Boyle, Morgan Miller, and Dalton Chapman will face Christian Henderson for the first time. Carson-Newman's going to be extra cautious with some of its starting pitching ahead of next week's conference tournament. Eagles know they can't really go up too far in the standings, and so, yes, there is still some things to play for, but the Eagles know that they can only do so much to move up at this point as Miller swings at the first pitch and flies it toward left. Ryan Bolton backpedaling, finally gets into position where he can make the catch on a first pitch flyout from Jacob Boyle to begin inning number 2. And with that cautiousness, Carson-Newman's going to keep their starting pitchers, on a pitch limit. That number really wasn't determined leading into the starts. Now Henderson, Kaysen, and Higgins will all start this weekend, but they will be restricted to a certain number of pitches. Could determine on how they're faring as well, as Henderson fires in a strike to Morgan Miller. Wise's shortstop hitting .273 for the year. 0-1. Ground ball foul toward the dugout. It's 0-2. So we'll see how many innings these guys go. First round of the conference tournament would be next Friday. You'd only play one game. So you'll have some extra guys, or some guys getting extra rest ahead of the tournament as well. 0-2. Breaking ball blocked into the turf. Miller stays away. It's 1-2. But the Eagles going to be cautious, and certainly so many young arms that have so many innings under their belt. Try to keep them as fresh as possible before next week's conference tournament. Henderson, one of them, as the 1-2 drops low to Miller. And it's a 2-ball, 2-strike count with one away in the second inning, and Wise ahead 2-1. 2-2 to Miller. Swing and a fly ball out toward left center field. Smith hustling into the gap. Miller will hit it up against the wall. It one-hops the wall in left center. Smith tracks it down and throws it back in to hold Miller to a double. Back-to-back innings, Wise has one-out doubles, this by Morgan Miller, his 6th of the year. Gives the Cavaliers a runner here in the second inning for the 9-hitter Dalton Chapman. Good swing by Morgan Miller. They've got a lot of fly balls against Christian Henderson here so far. Henderson coming off that start a week ago in which he got Coker to ground it out 17 times. Over that 7 1/3 start from Henderson. First pitch to Chapman is another ball hit in the air, foul behind first. So far, Henderson's gotten 2 ground outs, but the Johnson double was a fly ball. The Babb home run, obviously a fly ball. Jake Smith line drive single, a ground out, and then the Boyle fly out to start this inning, and then that fly ball to left center, that was a double. As Henderson checks on Miller at second with a throw. Henderson has yet to keep the ball down enough to these wise hitters who have been swinging up and getting the ball in the air. 0-1. Chapman, softly hit liner to Rodriguez at short. He plays it off one hop, low throw. Floyd can't take it out of the turf. Runner stayed put at second base on what will be another base runner. We'll wait for the official scoring on it. It was a low throw from Rodriguez. And it is going to be an error on Carson-Newman. We'll see who they charge it to, whether that's Rodriguez or Floyd. Rodriguez's hands were tied. He had to wait on that initial hop, and it is going to be a throwing error. E6 puts Chapman aboard for Jaden Ruling. First pitch, Ruling, line drive, right field. It is a base hit. It one hops into Soto Diaz's mitt. Throw is cut off. Runner stays put at third. Bases loaded for the Cavs here in the second inning for Luke Johnson. Fly ball double, error single to load him up here in this second inning for the Cavaliers. Miller to third, Chapman to second, and Ruling to first. 1-run game, and Luke Johnson can change that and add to it here. He doubled off the wall and left, slicing one down the left field line in the opening inning. That's for the second straight frame against Henderson. First pitch, breaking ball drops in for a strike. Hard to tell from our vantage point when Carson-Newman will be warming up pitchers or having the bullpen get loose. Keep an eye on when guys run that way, though, throughout the day. 0-1. Johnson takes inside and low. A changeup missed. 1-1 count, one away. Ground ball could end the inning, but a base hit could add 2 runs. Bases loaded for the Cavaliers. Luke Johnson, the team's top hitter, batting here. The Cavaliers up a run. 1-1 from Henderson. Fastball elevated, and Johnson swings and misses. Strike 2. Cochran dropped the ball but kept it close enough for the runners to stay put. 1-2 strike count with 1 away. Henderson looking either for a strikeout or a double play ball. Something on the ground the Eagles can either come home with or turn 2. 1-2. Foul ball back by Johnson into the parking lot as he was behind the fastball. Johnson doubled as we set off Henderson. This is what started Wise's first inning success. Double home run single against Henderson. Can he get Johnson back here in the next inning? 2-1 game, the 1-2 again. Inside and low. Cochran blocks it and kept it in front. Miller with good speed at third stays put. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. Bases loaded for UVA Wise. A double and an error and a single has loaded them up. 2-2. Swing and a grounder foul. It hit off Johnson at the plate. He stays alive. Henderson has had to work for his outs. 20-plus pitches in the opening inning. Nears 40 here as he works against Johnson in the second. Two balls and 2 strikes. Bases loaded for UVA Wise. Johnson the hitter. Another 2-2. Inside and low, and Johnson takes. Some really competitive pitches from Henderson. Johnson a better at-bat right now to work this thing full. Big spot in this second inning. Bases loaded for the Cavaliers. 1 away. Henderson's payoff home. Fastball grounded foul up first base side. Sits softly that I think Carson-Newman would have only gotten an out on that had it been fair. Johnson stays alive. Johnson has been really good this year. He's been walked 40 times. 17th most walks drawn in Division II. Can he draw another one here? The 3-2. He hits it hard to Cole Nathan at second. He flips to Rodriguez for one. Back to first. Eagles turn two to escape the second inning. Right on cue. Henderson needed a strikeout or a double play. The Eagles turn a 4-6-3 double play. Nathan starts it. Rodriguez and Floyd end it. And the Eagles stay within a run after 2 frames here in Wise, Virginia. This is the Eagles Sports Network. My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back for the third. Carson-Newman will have the top of its batting order coming to the plate, trying to tie or take the lead in this third inning, trailing 2-1 here on the Eagles Sports Network. Carson-Newman and UVA Wise playing a fun, competitive game so far. Cavaliers had the bases loaded, and Henderson got a ground ball double play to toss his first scoreless inning of the day, and now his offense will go back to work for the second time through the order against Eli Reese, who the first time through allowed 2 hits, a run, and a walk with a strikeout. He'll face Logan Floyd, who we got on the second pitch of Floyd's at-bat to ground out to short. And one of the best in the conference, and Floyd hitting .417 this year in his 44th start, steps in a 1-run game. Third inning here from Wise, Virginia. Reese comes set. First one to Floyd is outside for a ball. Reese exclusively works from the stretch. No windup for him. Right, he comes set. He's got the sign from his catcher Boyle. Now the 1-0. Knee-high strike. All turf field here at UVA Wise is Stallard Field. Really good facilities. All turf field, infield and out, and even in foul ground as well. 1-1 set. Reese pitches inside fastball, a called strike 2. Home plate umpire here in this opener is Randall Hartz. Eagles have had him multiple times this year. Brett Stowe is a name that we haven't seen too often, and Scott Alexander's at third for this series opener. Floyd's behind in the count. 1-2. Breaking ball. Rolls it to third. Frelick off the bag is able to gather it in and throw out Floyd, who's grounded out twice to the left side of the infield in his 2 plate appearances against Reese. 1 away, and now Aiden Gibson at the top of the order. Or at the 2 spot in the order with 1 away. Gibson bats for the Eagles after a double in the first, then he later scored on a Tanner Kilgore RBI groundout. Gets another opportunity against Eli Reese. First pitch. Knee-high breaking ball. Gibson attacked that second pitch, or that first pitch, in his first at-bat, and dribbled it down the third base line for extra bases. Reese is 0-1. Fastball driven well, straightaway center field. Chapman was staying put initially, then backed up, and it runs down Gibson's fly ball near the wall. 2 away on a hard-hit line drive to center. And the Eagles have 2 away quickly here in the third for Bradley Soto Diaz. Soto Diaz also has a hit. Him and Gibson went back-to-back in that first inning. Reese comes set, first one. Soto Diaz, big swing and a miss way out in front. Thing with Soto Diaz, when he swings, he gives it a good ride. Very aggressive and gives his best effort every time at the plate. 0-1. Breaking ball, he rolls foul toward Wise's dugout. And Soto Diaz has fallen behind 0-2. Good work from Eli Reese, trying to send the Eagles order down 1-2-3 for the second straight inning. He's retired 6 straight. 0-2, Soto Diaz, line drive down the right field line. This is a fair ball. Down the right field line it rolls to the wall. Soto Diaz hustling to second base. Throw is just a hair late as Soto Diaz stands up and has himself another 2-strike double. Or this another 2-out and 2-strike hit. This one a double to right, and Carson-Newman has a runner in scoring position for Tanner Kilgore. Soto Diaz halfway to the cycle in 2 at-bats to extend this third frame. Good swing by Soto Diaz, hitting streak up to 7 straight. He's now got a 16th multi-hit game this year. First one to Kilgore. Knee-high breaking ball, a strike from Reese. He started the last 3 hitters now with first pitch breaking balls in this third inning. Soto Diaz's hit breaks up Reese's stretch of retiring 6 straight. And the Eagles find some rhythm here offensively in the third, down a run. 0-1. Another breaking ball. Kilgore took it again. This one was a little higher in the zone. And it's strike 2. Reese continues to work ahead. Worked ahead 0-2 on Soto Diaz before the double down the line. He's done the same with Kilgore with 2 away and a runner in scoring position. 0-2. Ball into the turf. Soto Diaz will stay put at second base. They'll appeal on the check swing, and Kilgore did not go around. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Wise's dugout was yelling at the catcher Boyle to tag him and then also check the swing at first, but the umpire, Brett Stowe. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count with 2 away. A 1-run game. Eagles trailing 1-2. Kilgore thought about it again. Stayed away from that breaking ball. Once again, he held back his urge to offer at that pitch. D.H. Kilgore hitting .333 this year. Moving a run in his first at-bat. Can he drive in another one here in the third? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Kilgore down swinging at a breaking ball. And the third inning comes to an end. Carson-Newman gets a 2-out double from Bradley Soto Diaz. He's got a multi-hit day, but the Eagles have just a run after 2.5 innings. They get a hit, no runs, no errors, and they strand a runner in the top of the third. Christian Henderson back to work with the score. Wise 2, Carson-Newman 1 as we head to the home half of inning 3 from Stallard Field in a moment.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back in Wise, Virginia at Stallard Field. It is a 1-run advantage for the Cavaliers, and they'll send Carter Babb, who had a home run and has Wise's RBIs in this game, to the plate to begin the third inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Andrew Rogers back with you. The first pitch of the inning is an inside fastball from Henderson for a ball. Again, outside here at Stallard Field on the concourse is the broadcast set up for us. here on the Eagles Sports Network this weekend, or at least today, as the 1-0 drops in for a strike to even up the count on Babb. Basically, to sum it up, when you're soaked in the sun like this, everything that you touch, that is your broadcast board, your computer, it is hot. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's only 72 degrees, so it feels good, but just when your equipment's out in the sun, anything you touch, it's somewhat warm. 2 ball, 1 strike count to Carter Babb, the DH, and Henderson sees time call before his pitch. I think Carson Cochran had requested time, or maybe the home plate umpire did, as Henderson got into his motion. To describe what it feels like touching your computer in the hot sun that's sitting out here all day, or the soundboard, it's almost like touching a warm stove. 2-1. High fastball. Babb stays away. 3 ball, 1 strike count. To the leadoff man here in the third. Carter Babb's 7th home run of the year. Rather, 8th home run of the year. Has Wise ahead by a run. He bats again here to open the third and pops up the 3-1 out of play. Strike 2. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Wise's DH. 3-4-5. Babb, Smith, Morgan. The 3 for the Cavaliers, a team that's won 11 games this year. Played a lot of close games. We'll detail that as well throughout today's games. Payoff to Babb. Swing and a miss. Late on the slider. Henderson rings him up swinging. Second strikeout for Christian Henderson opens the third. How about the double play that Carson-Newman turned as well? The Eagles lead the South Atlantic Conference in double plays with 42 now this season. They're coming off a game in which they turned a season-high 5 against Shorter. First pitch to the lefty Smith is lined sharply toward left field for a base hit. It one hops into Bolton's mitt. And Jake Smith has a 1-out base hit. Wise in each of the first 3 frames has a 1-out hit off Christian Henderson. And now Joshua Morgan. The Eagles have turned multiple double plays in 3 straight games. The season-high 5 on Tuesday was the most double plays turned by the program since Catawba on February 23rd of 2008. And 5 double plays is tied for the most in a game in program history as Morgan bounces one down the line, foul at third. Just left of the bag. Strike 1 on Joshua Morgan. Those 5 double plays helped Carson-Newman beat Shorter and get them out of some dicey situations on the mound. A couple of them came when new pitchers came on the mound in those difficult situations, but 5 double plays tied for the most of the game in Division II history for Carson-Newman baseball. They've already turned 1 in this game. 0-1. Morgan takes a strike on a slider up and in. That was pitch 50 from Christian Henderson to work ahead 0-2 again. We'll see. There's no set pitch limit for Christian Henderson. They just want to watch that number. We'll see how many him, Case, and Higgins will go in their starts this weekend. 0-2 from Morgan, or to Morgan is a breaking ball away. Wise has 6 hits off Christian Henderson so far and a couple of runs. Through 2 1/3. He's thrown 51 pitches as he faces Morgan for the second time. The 5th batter in Wise's order. 1-2, swing and a miss. Good slider away. Another strikeout for Henderson. That one's well out of the zone. He got Morgan to chase. 3rd strikeout for the sophomore from Clarksville, Tennessee, and there's 2 away for Dane Frelick. Frelick, the 2-out batter after grounding out in the opening inning against Henderson. He was the final out of that 2-run first. He's got Jake Smith aboard at first base. First pitch home. Knee-high strike from Frelick, or to Frelick from Henderson. Carson-Newman might do some scoreboard watching as well, just to keep an eye on some scores. 0-1. Frelick went around at the slider. Half-hearted effort. It's 0-2. Eagles will keep an eye on the scores, though, because, again, if LMU doesn't get swept and the Eagles don't sweep, they can't get up to 5. And then that automatically means Carson-Newman would either go to Wingate or LR in that 2-3-6-7 pod. And balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here in the third. Smith at first, pitch from Henderson, called strike 3, knee-high fleck. Frelick watched it go right down the middle, and he's rung up looking. Christian Henderson retires the third inning, retires this side with strikeouts. He strikes out the side in the third. No runs and a hit, no errors, and Smith left aboard at first. Both teams scored in the opening inning. We're scoreless since. It's 2-1 Wise after 3 here in Wise, Virginia on the Eagle Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Sebastian Rodriguez will be the first batter of the inning for Carson-Newman against Eli Reese as he navigates through this Carson-Newman batting order for the second time here on the Eagle Sports Network. Let's give you a look at some of the sack scores again, what this could mean for Carson-Newman's potential seeding in next weekend's conference tournament to start. Newberry took down Mars Hill 13-4 in the first game of 2 there in Mars Hill, North Carolina today. So the Eagles, again, stay a game and a half back of 6th place. LMU up on LR 8-6. LMU cannot finish any higher than 4th. That's where they're at right now, and they need wins to do that. First pitch of the inning, Rodriguez shows bunt and takes fastball away. We've got our game here. We've got Mars Hill and Newberry resuming play for the second game of the doubleheader, and the Lions are up 3-0. 1 ball, no strikes. We'll keep an eye on the LMU score. The 1-0 is grounded to second. Hit pretty sharply, but right to Luke Johnson, and the play is made for out number 1. Some really good stuff here from Eli Reese. Just that Bradley Soto Diaz. If you take away the Soto Diaz double, or you talk about the Soto Diaz double here as Nathan stands in, since that RBI ground out from Kilgore, we'll count that. He's retired 9 of the last 11 he's faced, as Eli Reese. The only 2 he did not get was a walk to Rodriguez in the first and that Soto Diaz third inning double. Nathan's turn. First pitch outside for a ball. Eagles have half the hits that Wise does. 6-3 there. And a run difference as well on one swing from Carter Babb. 1-0 set for Eli Reese. Pitch 39 is driven toward right center field. Nathan gives it a ride as Chapman goes back near the wall. It hits off the base of the wall. Nathan rounding first and second. He will stop there with a 1-out double. Cole Nathan has Carson-Newman's third double of the day. And there's a runner in scoring position for Braxton Smith. That ball just carried all the way out to the wall there in right center. And Cole Nathan has an 1-out double. It's his 8th double of the year. They give Braxton Smith a batter in scoring position. A runner in scoring position with 1 away here in the 4th. Corners play in on Smith. First pitch. Swing and a tapper at the plate is spinning and it goes foul. Strike 1 barely hit off the end of Smith's bat. Nearly stayed in the field of play. It looked like Boyle nearly deflected it off his glove as well, but did not get it. The English that it had off Smith's bat was enough to see it go foul. He was all the way to first, so he'll go walk back to the plate. Cochran, the on-deck hitter, gives him his bat back, and Smith can resume his second plate appearance. No balls and a strike, 1 away. Eagles down a run, top of the 4th inning. Smith, the center fielder, shows bunt, bunts it third base side. This is a beautiful bunt, but it then slips foul. Had too much English on the ball. It was fair until it wasn't when it spun left and foul down the line at third. It's 2 strikes now on Smith. Smith grounded out to short. And what was the first down of inning 2? It's another opportunity against Eli Reese, who's gone 3 1/3 of one-run ball. It's a Wise team that's relied on Reese a lot this year, but he's allowed at least 3 in all but 2 starts this year. 0-2. Smith sharply foul. Third base side to stay alive. Tom Griffin, the third base coach in his 21st season, trying to engineer another 30-win year. For his program would be the first time in 2 decades that Carson-Newman baseball would have consecutive 30-win years. 0-2. Swinging a fly ball toward right field. Joshua Morgan is after it near the line, and on the line he makes the catch. Nathan will tag from second base and get to third without a throw. It was cut off by the shortstop Miller. Smith flies out. He's 0 for 2. And now with 2 away, Nathan to third base for Carson Cochran to try to tie the game.
Number 30, Carson Cochran.
Tom Griffin, coaching third base for Carson-Newman, has his toes on the line as he chats with his runner, Cole Nathan. Gave a signal to Cochran as he walked across the plate from the first base dugout side to the right-handed hitting batter's box with 2 away here in the 4th. Eagles trying to tie the game. Down a run. Nathan at third, first pitch, fastball high. Reese has got to be good, and so does Boyle here as well. Anything away from the catcher can also tie the game with the speed of Nathan at third. He's 90 feet away, the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Cochran out in front of the breaking ball. Eli Reese's 2 best starts were his first 2 of the year. He's had some good ones mixed in, but like we said, has allowed at least 3 runs in all but 2 starts this year. The 1-1. Well outside. Boyle has to lean over to make the catch on that pitch that was well away. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Mid-70s day, partly cloudy here at Wise, Virginia for this series opener between the Eagles and Cavs. 2-1 to Cochran, swinging a chopper foul toward Wise's dugout. One of the reserves fields it cleanly to keep it in the dugout, and the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Eli Reese pitching for UVA Wise, the 2-2. Cochran, fly ball left field. Could be routine for Jaden Ruling. He is halfway into the outfield. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. Carson-Newman gets a 1-out double from Cole Nathan, but he's left 90 feet away, and Carson-Newman strands its 4th runner of the game in the 4th inning. No runs and a hit, no errors, 1 left. We've played 3 1/2. Carson-Newman still trails UVA Wise. It's 2-1. This is the Eagle Sports Network. My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
2-1 game as we welcome you back to Stallard Field at Wise, Virginia, on the campus of Virginia at Wise. It's Carson-Newman 1, UVA Wise 2. Carter Babb's first inning home run to right field, opposite field bomb for the DH is why the Cavaliers have a 1-run lead. Carson-Newman's run scored on a Tanner Kilgore RBI ground out, but the Eagles have not been able to break through since against Eli Reese. Jacob Boyle, Morgan Miller, Dalton Chapman, the 7, 8, 9 hitters started the second. They'll start the 4th against Christian Henderson here on the Eagle Sports Network. Henderson, 3 innings of 2-run ball, scattering 6 hits with 4 strikeouts. He's actually struck out 3 straight batters First pitch, Boyle bunts it. Perfect bunt, third base side. Henderson will field, bare hand, throw to first late. Infield bunt single for the catcher, Jacob Boyle. Carson-Newman was not expecting that, and the bunt was perfect. 7th hit for Wise. And the first time in the game that they have the leadoff guy aboard, they had recorded a pair of extra base hits with 1 out and a single in the third with 1 out exactly in the inning. Now they have the leadoff guy Boyle on to set the stage for Morgan Miller. Miller stands in. He shows bunt. Bunts at first base side. Perfect bunt. Henderson will attack. Bare hand flip to Floyd. Play made. Really good bunt for Morgan Miller. Only thing probably too good about it was it had too much pace. And so Henderson was so close to Floyd at first that he could just flip to his junior first baseman to make that play on the sac bunt by Miller. It goes down as a 1-3 flip sac bunt to put a runner in scoring position for Dalton Chapman. Small ball from Wise. And 2 pitches into the inning, they have a runner in scoring position, 1 out on the board, 2 bunts. First pitch to Chapman, swing. No, he checks his swing. Cochran dropped the ball and it gets away and goes to third. Is the runner Boyle. So after he's sacrificed over, he goes to third on the wild pitch from Henderson. And a sac fly can increase Wise's lead. We'll wait, make sure they call that a wild pitch. We'll see if it's or maybe a passed ball and say that Cochran should have caught that. Definitely was outside the zone, 1-0. Chapman takes fastball low. 2 balls and no strikes. To Dalton Chapman, the center fielder, only making his 18th start of the year, hitting just 176. 9 hits and 51 tries. 2-0. Elevated fastball, 3-0. This is the guy that Henderson needs to get to. Top of the order waits on deck, and each of the first 4 guys in Wise's order all have a hit. Can he get Chapman here and work from behind? The 3-0. Dropped in a slider for a strike. It is a passed ball on Carson Cochran, not a wild pitch, so that's why Boyle's at third, the 3-1. Swing and a miss. Good breaking ball again from Henderson. Both of the breaking balls have been strikes. That one was a swing and a miss that has worked the count full. Can Henderson rally from behind here? Falling behind 3-0. The payoff set in the pitch from Henderson. A breaking ball, foul back. Chapman leans over, reaches out, and fouls off the payoff. Doesn't set up the worst thing if you put on Chapman, but he's the 9-hitter, has had struggles at the plate this year. Henderson would love to get him here. A second payoff. Breaking ball stays high, and it's ball 4. First free pass from Christian Henderson is with 1 out in the 4th inning to put runners on the corners. And now the leadoff man, Jaden Rolling, ground out in his single for the left fielder. Batting for the 3rd time in 4 frames. Cochran will step in front of home and give his defense some signals here. Wonder if Chapman is in motion here in this 1st and 3rd situation. Chapman this year has stole just 1 base, but he's the center fielder, so he's got speed. Henderson will check on him. First of 2 games today. We are an hour into this first game. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. Carson-Newman's down a run. 2 on. 1 out. Pitch out. Throw back to first. No tag. Eagles thought maybe Wines would go in motion. They pitched out intentionally there, but Cavaliers didn't move there. It's a ball and no strikes now. 1-0. Breaking ball. Drops into Ruling for a strike. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. 2 aboard, 1 out. Henderson got out of a jam like this in the 2nd inning with the double play as the runner takes off. It's grounded sharply to short. This will break up the double play. Backhand by Rodriguez. Throw to first in time. Really good throw from the freshman Rodriguez in the hole at short. The Eagles get an out on the Jaden Ruling 6-3 ground out, but he scored a run as Boyle scores. Chapman to second base. It's 3-1 Cavaliers. 2 away for the inning, and now Luke Johnson. The Eagles have to trade an out for a run. I don't think they would have turned 2 anyway with where the ball was hit. In the hole at short, Rodriguez able to get the out. And now Johnson, first pitch. Breaking ball, a strike on pitch 68 from Christian Henderson. Again, wonder what the leash is for the sophomore righty. Facing his 20th batter in Luke Johnson for the second time, or rather third time. They'll pick the second base and the throw off the bag. Rodriguez slides to his left to catch it. Johnson hitting .364 for the year. 1 for 2 in the game. Takes high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Johnson at second, 2 away. Wise has a 3-1 lead. They've scored the last 3 runs in this game. Carson has not scored since the first as they picked the second again. Second disengagement by Christian Henderson. Checking on the runner, Chapman. He gets back safely. That was a closer play. The throw was better as well. More on line with where Rodriguez needed to apply the tag. 1-1 set for Henderson. Johnson takes an inside fastball, 2-1. Henderson loved the spot, didn't get the call on his 70th pitch of his start here today. 12th of the year. Now time called, and Carson Cochran will walk out slowly and talk with his fellow sophomore pitcher here. Only Cochran and Henderson chatting things over. Wonder if the Eagles potentially trying to stall here a little bit. Home plate umpire Randall Hartz is on his way out to break up the mound visit. Only between the catcher Cochran and the pitcher Henderson. Henderson back to work, facing the left-handed hitting second baseman Luke Johnson, who's had a terrific first season with Wise. Time called, and the Eagles are going to put him on. They will not pitch to Luke Johnson. They'll pitch to Carter Babb, who's homered in this game. And Jason White, the pitching coach, is out of Carson-Newman's dugout. This could be the end of the day for Christian Henderson. Eagles are going to the bullpen indeed. 3 2/3 for Christian Henderson. 70 pitches must have been his cutoff. 2 balls and 1 strike was the count. They intentionally walked Johnson, and the Eagles will go to the bullpen. It is a 2-run game. Wise has scored the last 3 runs to lead 3-1, and we'll tell you who Carson-Newman's new relief pitcher is after this.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Carson-Newman goes to the bullpen for the first time. Wise has 2 on and 2 out in the 4th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network, bottom of the 4th frame. Denver Slifka will make his 17th appearance of his first collegiate pitching season with the Eagles, freshman from Knoxville, Tennessee, with a 7.9 ERA this season. 17 innings of work over 16 outings. 2 wins and a loss this year. The wins are against Lee and King. 11 walks, 12 strikeouts. For the 6'3 right-hander Denver Slifka, into the game to face Carter Babb. The DH is 1 for 2. Slifka to pitch against Wise for the first time in his career. All right, he comes set. A look at second base where Chapman gets an extended lead. Now gets back to the bag of hair, and now Slifka pitches a ground ball to short. Routine play, Rodriguez off the second hop, flips to second. Force out made. One pitch, one out for Slifka to get out of inning 4. Not before UVA Wise, though, is able to add a run. They score a run on a hit, no errors, and they strand a runner on base. We have played 4. Wise has 3 unanswered runs and leads by 2. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Back at Stallard Field in Wise, Virginia, where Carson-Newman is trailing UVA Wise 3-1 here on the Eagles Sports Network. This is a Cavaliers team that, even though the record's 11-33, they're not going to be in the next conference tournament next week after being the 7 seed last season. Even though they will not be in the conference tournament, this is a program that is coming off a great season, and they have had a down year, but they've been very competitive. Throughout this 2026 season. We'll document that as we go through the 5th as Ryan Bolton leads off, shows bunt, and takes first pitch low. 9-1-2. Bolton, Floyd, Gibson for Carson-Newman. It's a Wise team that only lost by a run to number 2 Catawba. Swinging a line drive toward right field. Morgan will see it hang up. Hit right to him. Tough luck out for Ryan Bolton. A line drive to right field for the first down of the inning on the second pitch. And now the top of the order in Floyd. It's a Wise team, though, that even though they got swept by Catawba, lost one of the games by just a run. Catawba is the conference's regular season champions. They took a game here at Stallard Field from number 13, Lenore Ryan, who's in 3rd place in the league as Floyd takes low. Won the middle game 4-2. The other 2 games were close with the Cavaliers, or with the Bears as well. They also defeated Lincoln Memorial, who's in 4th place in the league, and the other 2 losses were a combined just 3-run difference in the 2 losses for Wise. So they have played up to their competition. Their only conference series win is at E&H back in early February. But they have played very well, played up to their opponents. As Floyd crushes one to left field, it will sink in. Not enough, though. Jaden Rolling was going back initially, but it started to drop in, nose-diving toward the grass. And Rolling was after it to make the catch. Floyd 0 for 3. Rarely do you see that from Logan, who's coming off his 200th career hit on Tuesday. And now Aiden Gibson with 2 away. The bottom of the Carson-Newman order has also struggled. That's why this order's been so good and balanced over the year. 1 through 9, you've gotten production. So far, not the case. First one to Gibson. Reese's fastball, a good one. It's 0-1. Cavaliers playing their 24th home game of the year right now. They're 6-17. Meanwhile, Carson-Newman's playing its 21st game on the road. As Gibson takes low on a fastball, 1-1. Carson-Newman is 13-7. That's the record for the Eagles on the road this season. 2 balls, no strikes. The count. Reese pitches to Gibson, who hits it toward right center field. Hit pretty well. Chapman and Morgan splitting Up and Chapman runs it down at the wall. Some really good swings from Carson-Newman there in inning 5 against Eli Reese. But some tough luck. Gibson flies out to deep right center. Carson-Newman is scoreless for a 4th straight inning. It's 3-1 Wise after 4.5. Eagles down in order for the second time, down 2 as well on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Beautiful afternoon for Carson-Newman baseball here from Wise, Virginia, but the deficit is 2 for Carson-Newman as Denver Slifka gets set to face his second batter of the day, facing Jake Smith to begin the 5th in relief of Christian Henderson, who goes 3 2/3. A 3-run ball, all runs earned in his outing, as Slifka has thrown 1 pitch to get a ground ball from Carter Babb. And now faces Jake Smith. Actually, just 2 of the 3 runs earned by Henderson. First pitch on the corner from Denver Slifka for a strike. Slifka, a multi-inning guy, but as we said, just 17 innings and 16 outings. Has gone as many as 3 1/3 this year. 0-1 to Smith. Foul back on a fastball, and it's 0-2 on Wise's first baseman Jake Smith, team leader in home runs with 13, team leader in RBI with 35 as well. Waits on an 0-2 as Slifka comes set, glove at his belt, lifts the left leg, pitches, and here's a softly hit ball towards short. 1 hop play by Rodriguez, throw on the run. Forces Floyd to reach out, but he does make the catch. And Smith retired for the first time. And 3 at-bats. Now Josh Morgan, the 1-out batter for the Cavaliers, who have pounded out 7 hits, all against Henderson in the first 4+ innings of this series opener. Slifka lifts and pitches the first one, and Morgan golfs it foul. And really the first series that Carson-Newman's had shifted this season. Have to go all the way back to late February in the 3rd series of the year at Anderson. Carson-Newman had to play a doubleheader to start that series, lost both before winning the finale the next day. 0-1 to Morgan off the plate of ball. It's the only time Carson-Newman's played a doubleheader to start a conference series this season. All the other doubleheaders have been on the Saturday slate. One ball, 1 strike pitch. Slifka gets a high fly ball to left center field. Ryan Bolton pointing at Braxton Smith, who is moving over to left center field to make the catch. And there are 2 away. I don't know if Bolton saw that very well in the air. That's why he was pointing at Smith right away. Play made, and there's 2 outs on the board.
Now batting third baseman number 34.
For Slifka here in the 5th to face Dane Frelick. Frelick, the batter for the Cavaliers, with his team up by 2, having scored in the last 3. Slifka's first one hit pretty well. Back up the middle. Nathan dives, gets past his mitt. Up the middle for a 2-out single for Dane Frelick. His first hit, 8th hit by Wise. And now Jacob Boyle. 2-run game. Can Carson-Newman's offense figure it out here in this series opener? They got 4 hits, but they haven't really been able to consistently have success against Eli Reese. The seniors putting together one of his best outings in senior weekend for the Cavaliers, knowing their season ends tomorrow. Jacob Boyle bats with 1 on and 2 out. First pitch, he takes a fastball from Slifka low. Andrew Rogers, glad you're with us. All weekend long on the Eagles Sports Network. We'll take you through Carson-Newman's postseason journey next week as well. 1-0, Slifka's breaking ball across the plate for a strike to Boyle, who's 1 for 2. His single was a bunt single to open up the fourth, and he later scored on a rolling ground out. 2-run game as Slifka comes set for the 1-1, and the pitch is hit toward left field. Boyle gives it a ride to left field, and he's left the yard. Sneaks it around the left field foul pole, and Wise has a 4-run lead. Boyle goes yard for UVA Wise for the first time this season, and the Cavaliers lead Carson-Newman 5-1. First home run of the year for Jacob Boyle. The senior catcher on senior weekend's gone yard. Second bomb by the Cavs. They have a 4-run lead on Carson-Newman here in the fifth.
Shortstop number 8, Morgan Miller.
Now Morgan Miller. And will Slifka respond. It's a 2-out swing, by the way. 2 quick outs. The Frelick single extended the inning, and Boyle pulls a breaking ball over the left field wall. 5-1. And now Morgan Miller takes outside. Ball carries here at this ballpark. Carson-Newman's hit the ball well a couple of times. Has been unlucky with those swings. Will that come back around to either hurt or maybe help the Eagles at some point? 1-0. Fouled back by Miller into the screen. Now 5 unanswered runs by Wise. 2 in the first, a run in the fourth, now 2 in the fifth of this series opener. Halfway through it. 1-1 to Miller. Stayed inside from Slifka. And Carson-Newman's going to want to use a bunch of different pitchers this weekend. NCAA tournament berth at an at-large spot is unlikely. Eagles going to have to win the conference tournament, gearing up for that. 2-1 breaking ball from Slifka runs away. It's 3-1. On Wise's shortstop, who is officially 1 for 1. Second inning double, fourth inning sac bunt. 3-1. Miller swings away, drives it toward left center field. Ryan Bolton is after it near the wall. Bolton sees it bounce up against the wall. A 10th hit for UVA Wise is a 2-out double from Morgan Miller. Cavaliers continue to just hit the ball so well. Seeing Carson-Newman's pitching well right now as the 9-hitter Dalton Chapman stands in.
Dalton Chapman.
Cavaliers have pounded out 10 base hits. And Carson-Newman's recorded just 14 outs in this game. Nearly as many hits as outs recorded so far. Center fielder Chapman is 0 for 1 and grounds one past Rodriguez into center field, a base hit. Go sign around for Miller at third. The Smith throw is up the line. Runner trying to move to second. Chapman slides in safely. RBI base hit for Dalton Chapman. He moves to second on the throw. Miller scores 6-1. 11th hit by UVA Wise.
Now at the plate, left fielder number 7, Jaden Rowley.
4 straight 2-out knocks by UVA Wise here in inning 5. Off Denver Slifka. That one wasn't hit all that well, but Rodriguez was not close enough to the bag at second to be able to make a diving play. Now Jaden Rowling takes a breaking ball for a called strike on the 18th offering from Denver Slifka. Six-1 game. 6 straight by Wise. Who won? Swing and a miss. Rowling chases. Ball gets all the way toward the on-deck circle, so Cochran tracks it down, and the runner Chapman goes second to third. 2 strikes. Slifka pitch away again from getting out of this 5th inning. An inning in which the Cavaliers have scored 3 times with 2 outs. Single, home run, double, single. 0-2, rolling sharply to short. Rodriguez attacks the ball, throws on the run. Throw is just in time. Play made by Sebastian at short on the run, and the inning's over. Wise adds more. They score 3 times in inning 5. A Frelick single started the 2-out rally. They score 3 times on 4 hits, all with 2 outs, and leave a runner in scoring position as well. 6-1 deficit for Carson-Newman after 5 here in Wise, Virginia. This is the Eagles Sports Network. My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Three, 4-5 for Carson-Newman, down 5, 6-1 as we head to the 6th inning. Eli Reese will pitch to Bradley Soto Diaz, Tanner Kilgore, and Sebastian Rodriguez here in inning 6, and a series opener that the Cavaliers have scored 6 straight times. They've not allowed a run by the Eagles since the opening frame. First pitch of the 6th inning is a fastball knee-high to Soto Diaz, who is 2 for 2. Soto Diaz, a first-inning single and a third-inning double, leading off the 6th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Next one, bounced in by Reese. Soto Diaz halfway to the cycle. He's got his 16th multi-hit game of the year today. 1-1. He takes a second strike from Eli Reese. Carson-Newman's rallied from many deficits this season. We'll have to do it again here today. 1-2. Soto Diaz softly to short. Miller waits on the ground ball. Throws to first. Good stretch by Smith, and Soto Diaz retired for the first time. 1 away in the 6th inning for Tanner Kilgore. Reese, again, has found a nice groove. He retired 6 in a row from the 1st to 3rd innings, and he's on another streak of that. He's retired 6 straight again, from the final 2 of the 4th to the first here of the 6th. 5 flyouts and that ground out. Kilgore takes high and in, ball 1. Kilgore, the batter for Carson-Newman, top of inning number 6, 1 away. Kilgore is 0 for 2. RBI ground down and a strikeout so far. 1-0 pitch. He's out in front, swinging and missing. Eagles have produced many big innings this year. They've scored 4 or more runs in 35 different innings this year across the entire year. Kilgore takes a strike knee high. It's 1-2. They're going to need one of those type of innings, either in this frame or down the stretch, in order to pose a threat and try to rally in this opener with Wise. 1-2. Kilgore out in front, swings and misses, and Eli Reese has another strikeout, his 3rd of the day, 2nd of Kilgore, and now Sebastian Rodriguez.
Now batting, shortstop number 20, Sebastian Rodriguez.
Eagles have not had a base runner since a 1-out double from Cole Nathan in the 2nd inning. There's 2 away now in the 6th. For the left-handed hitting shortstop, Sebastian Rodriguez. First pitch, he takes a fastball. Reese into the 60s with his pitch count, but very efficient work. But the senior right-hander's having a great last start here at Stallard Field. 0-1. Way high and away. The walks have not been an issue as well. He entered the day with 36 walks in 55 innings. He's only walked 1 in 5 2/3 today. Senior righty comes set, glove at his belt for pitch 65. Lifts the left leg and drops in a breaking ball outside to Rodriguez. 2 balls and a strike. Eagles have just 4 hits, getting out hit 11-4 by Wise here in the opener. Reese comes set, and the 2-ball, 1-strike pitch. Bounced into the turf, ball 3. Wonder as this start progresses for Reese, when do those free passes maybe start to come up? The only walk in this game is to the lefty Sebastian Rodriguez back in the first inning. 3 balls and a strike. Rodriguez, hitters count 2 away, nobody aboard. Ground ball to second. Routine play for Luke Johnson. He throws out Rodriguez, and Carson-Newman has gone down in order for the 2nd time in a row and 3rd time in 6 innings. Eli Reese has retired 8 straight Eagles, and Carson-Newman trails by 5 after 5.5.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
We're glad to have you back here in Wise, Virginia. Stallard Field is where Carson-Newman and UVA Wise are competing. Luke Johnson 2-3-4 for Wise in the 6th inning as they try to add on to a 5-run lead. They have 11 hits through 5 innings against Christian Henderson and Denver Slifka, who's back out to pitch the start of this 6th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Luke Johnson, the second baseman, 1 for 2 today with a walk. Takes a pitch that's bounced up into the air and toward the backstop for a ball. 1 ball, no strike count on Johnson to begin the home half of the 6th inning. Carson-Newman leads this all-time series 21-4, but Wise's wins, 3 of the 4 are at this field. 1-0, foul ball by Johnson. Eagles have won 5 of the last 6 in the series. Won a series last year in Jefferson City. And 3 low-scoring games, 6-2, 5-1, 5-1. Midweek game was 16-2, and then they met in the conference tournament. The Eagles won 7-4 as Johnson takes outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. The only series here at Wise was in early March of 2024. Carson-Newman lost 7-2 and 5-3 in the first 2 before winning 10-6 in the finale. And what was a Friday doubleheader and Sunday series finale. 2-1. Line drive right field. Soto Diaz charging in, and with 2 hands makes the catch, robbing Johnson of a base hit. Seen that a lot today. Teams hitting the ball pretty well, but right to some of the outfielders. That happened to Luke Johnson there. Line drive out is the first of the 6th inning. And Slifka faces Carter Babb for the 2nd time. That's 1 time now through the order for Slifka to record 5 outs. He got Babb to hit into a fielder's choice in the 4th. First pitch this time to the DH is a strike. Carter Babb started the scoring today, his 7th home run of the year. Gave Wise a 2-1 lead, and they have added to that lead since. And have not lost it at any point. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Babb out in front of the changeup. It's quickly 0-2. Good bounce back inning here from Slifka, although he did retire the first 2 last half inning, and then Wise did all their 5th inning damage with 2 outs. Single, home run, double, single. Brought home 3. The ball's in 2 strikes, 1 away in the 6th inning. Ground ball foul toward Brandon Costa, the UVA Wise head coach. Certainly tough for a team that knows their season ends this weekend regardless, but they're not playing like that. They're playing knowing that it ends, and they're leaving it all out there as Babb bounces another one to the same spot foul. They know they've got this and 2 more left. Carson-Newman knows they've got more ahead, but Wise trying to end with some wins here down the stretch in what's been a down year for this baseball program here in Wise, Virginia. They're not playing as if, though. They're playing up to their competition once again, up 6-1. 2 set. Slifka pitches to Babb, well outside. Waste pitch there from Slifka on his 27th out of the pen. Three-hitter Babb hitting with 1 away in the 6th. 6-1 Cavs, 1-2. Babb pops it up foul. One ball, 2 strikes again. Babb has fouled off 3 pitches in this at-bat. Battling with Slifka here in the 6th inning. Another 1-2. Breaking ball driven toward right center field. Hit pretty well. Smith and Soto Diaz over. It's over the right field wall onto the road out in right center. And Wise has another run. It's the 2nd home run of the day for Carter Babb. And it's 7-1 Cavaliers here in the 6th inning. Their 3rd bomb of the day. 2nd by Babb. He's got 9 this year. Slifka gives up his 2nd home run in as many innings.
With none on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning for the Allen Cavaliers. Now batting number 21, Jake Smith.
And now Jake Smith, who actually entered as the team's home run leader with 13, hasn't joined that party yet. 7-1 game, 1 away in the 6th inning. Another run for the Cavaliers as Smith takes inside and low. One-0 set to Jake Smith. Takes outside. He's 2 for 3. Cavaliers have 12 hits so far. That'll be the end of the day for Denver. Slifka potentially. Jason White makes his 2nd appearance out of Carson-Newman's first base dugout. Slifka at 31 offerings is going to be relieved of here in the 6th inning. Cavaliers have scored in 3 straight half innings. They've scored 7 unanswered runs since the opening inning. Carson-Newman scored first. The Cavaliers have racked up 7 straight and lead Carson-Newman 7-1. This is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
7-1 UVA Wise here on the Eagles Sports Network. Let's tell you about Carson-Newman's new relief pitcher. It is McCain Mangum, senior out of Ringgold, Georgia, 6'1", 210, transferring in from LaGrange College. First pitching season with Carson-Newman, 14 appearances now. This will be appearance 14. 12 and 2/3 innings, a 7.8 ERA, 9 walks, 7 strikeouts for Mangum this year. When he begins his outing, it'll be with a 2-ball, no-strike count. He has held a opponents scoreless in 3 of his last 4 outings. He'll pitch in a conference game here once again as well for Carson-Newman. For the 9th time in 14 now appearances for the senior right-hander. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes on Jake Smith. That's the matchup, Smith against Mangum, with Carson-Newman trailing by 6 runs, 7-1. 2-0 pitch is a breaking ball from Mangum. Starts out Smith with a strike. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. As this at-bat resumes for Jake Smith, facing another pitcher and a right-hander. Lefty Smith waits on a 2-1, and Mangum sees it driven back up toward the mound. Nathan covering second, playing near second. Fields and throws out Smith on the run. 4-3 play is the second out of inning 6. And now Joshua Morgan hit off the mound and maybe even deflected toward Nathan's right to help him out. Make that play on the run. 7-1 game. Now Josh Morgan, who's 0 for 3. 287 hitter hitless for a Wise team that has 12 in the game. All but Morgan have joined the hit party as he fouls the first pitch fastball back. 7-1 game. Wise has won just 11 times this year. 22 games below 500, but playing better baseball here today. 0-1. Fastball from Mangum, strike 2 to Morgan. The ball's 2 strikes. Mangum's come in and thrown only strikes in his first 4 to the plate. 0-2. Making ball away. First ball, waste pitch to Josh Morgan, who's trying to avoid an 0 for 4 day here at the dish. Namely the 3-hitter last year for the Cavaliers. Has been a middle hitter in this order this year. He's drove in 30 runs with 40-plus hits. Mangum's 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball by a Morgan down swinging, and Mangum has a strikeout to get through inning 6 for Carson-Newman. His first punch-out is his 8th of the season. But Wise adds a run. A 1-out solo home run from Carter Babb has extended Wise's lead. Cavaliers are up 7-1. They've scored in 3 straight half innings. Carson-Newman's not scored since the first. Eagles will try to change that as they send 6, 7, and 8. Cole Nathan, Braxton Smith, and Carson Cochran due up in the 7th after this.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Top of the 7th inning, about to get underway. Eli Reese has been the story of the day for the Highland Cavaliers. The senior has gone 6 innings of 1-run ball. He's retired 8 straight on just 67 pitches today. 3 strikeouts and a walk for a guy that's walked more than 3 a game on average in his first several starts this year. He's only walked 1, and he's shut down this Eagles order throughout the day. Can Carson-Newman change that here in inning 7? 7-1 game. Cole Nathan will lead it off. Cole Nathan's the last Eagle to reach base. That was with 2 outs in the 4th. Nathan's 1 for 2. Carson-Newman's hits are by Gibson, Soto Diaz, and Nathan. Eli Reese back out for a 7th inning. First pitch. Nathan tried to bunt it. Did he stay around? He did. Nathan disagrees, thought he had the bat pulled back in time, but the home plate umpire, Randall Hartz, says that Nathan kept the bat square as he went to bunt it. The 0-1 now, blown away. Senior from Lula, Georgia, Eli Reese has pitched through 7 innings twice this year. He's pitched into the 7th 3 times. 7 scoreless at E&H, 7 innings of 7-run ball against Wingate. 1-1. Breaking ball on the turf. He's only pitched 6 complete innings once in his last 4 starts. He's done that in this one. Nathan's worked himself into a nice 2-ball, 1-strike count as Carson-Newman tries to muster up one of those road comebacks. They've done it so many times this year. 2-1, runs inside. Should be ball 4, but it's ball 3. (3-1), deep breath for Cole Nathan as he gets ready to stand in. Carson-Newman has not had the leadoff batter on base in an inning today. Can Nathan do it here? The 3-1 fastball's a strike, and he'll have to wait a pitch at least. 3-ball and 2-strike count on Cole Nathan. Eli Reese comes set at the belt. Payoff to Nathan. Ground ball sharply foul. Third base side. Eagles have just 4 hits for a team that has 26 double-digit hitting days this year. Offense has been shut down by Eli Reese, trying to change that in these final 3 innings. Reese offers the payoff, and Nathan hits it foul at the plate off his foot. Well, Carson-Newman has shown to be the comeback kids all year long. Had some impressive rallies. The best one on the road was down 3 in the 9th at Anderson, scored 8 runs in the 9th. This season, Carson-Newman has overcome multiple 3-run deficits on the road. They've not done it by 6 or more, though. Eli Reese and Cole Nathan battling here. 8th pitch of the at-bat about to come from Eli Reese as he sets and fires a 3-2 that nearly hit Cole Nathan. There's the free passes that we've talked about with Reese. Just his second of the day, but Carson-Newman has the leadoff guy on base for the first time today.
With 1 on and none out here in the top of the 7th inning for Carson.
Now Braxton Smith. Time called, and Wise will send its pitching coach out to the mound to chat with Eli Reese here in this 7th inning after that long at-bat, potentially to give him maybe a little bit of a breather. After working hard and losing that battle with Cole Nathan, who's reached for a second time. In first of 2 games today, the second game of the series and of the doubleheader will begin at roughly 30 minutes after this one because of anticipated weather. Tomorrow may be difficult to just get 1 game in, let alone 2, and so these 2 teams agreed to play a doubleheader today instead, starting at 3 o'clock instead of the originally scheduled 6 o'clock start. Wise has lights at the field here, and so we'll have potentially a nighttime game here in Wise, Virginia, with the lights on. As these 2 teams navigate this day of at least 16 innings of baseball. All right, Smith waiting on the first pitch from Eli Reese. 0 for 2. These bottom 3 hitters for Carson-Newman are a combined 0 of 6. First one is Smith, high and inside. He got hit by the pitch, actually. It grazed his left shoulder, and after a long walk by Nathan, Smith hit by a pitch on the first one he sees. And now 2 on, nobody out, and Kevin Hammond will pinch hit. Kevin Hammond going to pinch hit for Carson-Newman. 2 on, nobody out here in this 7th inning. The Eagles this year have 10 comeback victories. 3 are on the road. And all 3 on the road are in conference play. Can they muster up something again? Down 6 in the 7th. 2 on for the pinch hitter Hammond. He shows bunt, bunts it first base side. On the run, Smith will field, and did he tag him out? He did. Kevin Hammond was tagged out. It goes down as a sacrifice bunt for the pinch hitter Hammond. And now Ryan Bolton. So 3 unassisted tag there Nathan to third, Smith to second base, and Ryan Bolton has an RBI opportunity for Carson-Newman with one away. Time called. Third base umpire Scott Alexander was calling for time, and Trey Miller, first base coach, will talk with the runners, the hitter Bolton, and Brendan Kroeb, another assistant coach, joins in on this conversation as well. Trey has done this multiple times throughout the season. Remember, he played with a lot of these guys. He played over the last 3 years as Carson-Newman's starting center fielder. A lot of relatable friendships and relationships that he's built as a player, now as a coach. And he likes having these conversations, even if he doesn't say a whole heck of a lot coaching-wise or strategy-wise for the situation. He just calms down the hitters and runners and doesn't let the moments get bigger than what they are. He gives Bolton an extra chance to regroup and step in against Eli Reese for a third time. Bolton was terrific in the final home game of the year on Tuesday. 3-hit day and scored 4 different times. As he takes a first pitch fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Bolton was one of several players on Tuesday as well, and a 19-run performance that drove in multiple runs. He can do that again here with a base hit, with good speed and Smith and Nathan aboard. 0-1 from Reese. Bolton, chopper, first base side. It is foul as Smith tracked it down. And it's 0-2 on the senior outfielder from Knoxville. Well, runs batted in for Bolton this year, 21 base hits. Eagles have just 4 on the day and just 1 since the 4th. 0-2. Ball into the turf. Good block by Boyle. Kept it right in front of the plate. And the count shifts to 1-2. Logan Floyd on deck. Top of the order is after Ryan Bolton, the 9-hitter, here in this 7th inning. Eagles trailing 7-1. This is the top of the 7th. Eli Reese, 6 1/3 of 1-run ball. The 1-2 to Bolton. Called strike 3. Bolton disagrees and thought it was off the plate. He's caught looking in what is Eli Reese's 4th strikeout of the day. 2 away, and here comes Logan Floyd.
Carson-Newman now batting number 11, Logan Floyd.
Floyd has reached base safely in 28 straight games, a 10-game hitting streak as well. Has not recorded a hit or been on base just yet, but great opportunity to do that here with 2 on and 2 out. Eagles need a base hit. First one to Floyd. He stays away from the high fastball. Reese's pitch count has spiked up on him here in the 7th, up to 82. Wise does have a guy throwing out beyond left field. 1-0 set. Reese pitches to Floyd. Breaking ball, blocked by Boyle. Wonder how much Floyd sees here. First base is open. When you put Floyd at the top of the order, that means the heart of it is after. So you don't really want to pitch around Floyd, but you do have first base open and would set up a force everywhere if Wise elected to walk Floyd here. He's not seen 2 pitches close. Here's the 2-0, and he sees it well and hits it to center field for a base hit. A 2-0 fastball hit to center field. Smith rounding third. He will score from second. It's a 2-run, 2-out single from Logan Floyd, and Carson-Newman within 4. 7-3 here in the 7th. RBIs 54 and 55 from Floyd. Plate Nathan and Smith here in the 7th. Now Aiden Gibson tries to keep the line going. That is Carson-Newman's first hit since the 4th inning. Much needed. And now Aiden Gibson, he has one of the 5 hits. A first inning double that he later scored on Kilgore's RBI groundout. Reese sets in the first one to Gibson, well high for a ball. Wonder how many more batters here for Eli Reese as well. That right-hander for Wise continues to throw quickly. Getting ready. Reese up to 85 pitches through 6 2/3. Trying to finish off what's been a quality start. Can the Eagles take advantage potentially as he tires out? 1-0. Gibson shows bunt, takes fastball away. 2 balls, no strikes. Eagles are down 4. They've cut into it with a 2-run base hit by Floyd. He's at first base, as Gibson has worked himself into a nice count. 2 balls, no strikes. He shows bunt again and takes a strike. He's probably taking and wanting to affect the pitcher until he got a strike, and now Reese in the zone. And Gibson can readjust. It's 2 balls and a strike. 7-3 series opener. Why has it scored 7 straight? Eagles cut that. Change that here in the 7th as Gibson lines one into center field. Same spot as Floyd's, and it nearly bounced over Chapman in center. Took a big hop on the turf there in the outfield, and Chapman needed all of his frame to leap up and keep that ball from the wall. Another 2-out base hit, this one from Aiden Gibson. Brings Bradley Soto Diaz to the plate with 2 on and 2 out. Time called. Boyle and Smith, catcher and first baseman, or chat with Reese, whose day might be over here. The Wise reliever that was throwing is stopped and is getting a drink of water. They've got a second guy starting to loosen as well. Ryan Whitson is the conference's reigning pitcher of the week. He went 7+ innings and threw 130 pitches in an extra innings win that took 16 innings against Anderson last week. Well-deserved sack pitcher of the week last week for Ryan Whitson. Normally the team's closer. He had to go 7 innings out of the pen and was fantastic. Wonder when his numbers called on senior weekend here for the Highland Cavaliers. He was not the reliever throwing, but he is one of them that is starting to loosen for the Cavaliers, who lead by 4. Wonder if they can get Reese through this inning, if they turn to Whitson for the last 2. And that's the strategy. Soto Diaz bats with 2 on and 2 out. Eagles are down 4. First pitch, he takes waist high for a strike. Carson-Newman has consecutive singles from Floyd and Gibson with 2 outs. Can Soto Diaz join in? No balls and a strike. Wise shifted defensively. The left fielder plays in left center, and Chapman is playing near right center. 0-1. Soto Diaz, big swing and a miss at a changeup, but it's nothing in 2. Big hole if Soto Diaz were to pull a baseball toward left field, and if he can hit one toward left center-ish, closer to center, he could have another gap there as well. 0-2. Ball bounced in. Boyle will keep it in play and in front. It's a 1-2 count on Soto Diaz. Single and a double in his first 2 at-bats against Reese, then grounded out in the 6th inning. Soto Diaz behind, 1-2. He's got 2 hits, only Eagle with multiple in this game. Reese will look at second, the 1-2 to Soto Diaz. Softly hit grounder, it is foul off his foot. Third base umpire Scott Alexander had his hands in the air. Home plate umpire Randall Hartz did not call that foul. It was the third base umpire who's behind the mound to the right of Reese that saw that hit off Soto Diaz's foot, who was not moving on that ground ball. Now Randall Hartz in front of home plate, adjusting his cap. He was saying something to Soto Diaz, wasn't sure what that was about. Giving Soto Diaz a second maybe after he hit that ball off his foot. 2 on, 2 out. Eagles have scored twice in the 7th to make it a 4-run game. Can they get more back and trim into this Wise lead? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch to Soto Diaz away for a ball. Actually, I think that was ball 1. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 count, 2 away. Soto Diaz fell behind. He's evened the count. Reese is 2-2. Line drive softly left center. Soto Diaz drops it in for a base hit. Carson-Newman's 4th run will score in Logan Floyd. The throw goes to third, so Soto Diaz moves to second. Eagles with a 3rd straight 2-out knock. This one by Soto Diaz makes it a 3-run game. Floyd scores from second. Gibson goes first to third.
With 2 on and 2 out here in the top of the 7th inning for Carson.
That'll be it for Eli Reese. Carson-Newman finally runs him out of the game. He was trying to tell his pitching coach to stay in the dugout. Reese wanted to finish this inning, but will have to leave this game as Carson-Newman has run him out in inning 7. The Eagles have posted 3 consecutive 2-out hits. They run Eli Reese out. It's 7-4. Carson-Newman trails by just 3. It's a 3-run 7th, all with 2 outs. We'll tell you who Wise's new reliever is after this. Great start from Reese. He's done. Eagles will face a reliever after this.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
End of the line for Eli Reese. 6 2/3. He allows 7 hits. He's still responsible for 2 on base, but finishes off a fine final start in his Cavaliers uniform. Strikes out 4, walks 2. Emotional hugs with his teammates as he left the pitcher's mound for the final time in his collegiate career. He gives the ball to Mason McClarnis, a sophomore righty from Boulogne, Kentucky. 6'5", 225 is McClarnis, who is warming up prior to his 10th appearance of the year. This is a guy that's made 6 starts, 27 1/3 innings, and 8.8 earned run average. He'll pitch against a conference team as well for the 9th straight time. 9 of his now 10 appearances will be against conference teams, and in every outing he has recorded at least 6 outs, 2 innings or more. In all of his outings this year, he has allowed multiple runs in all but 2, those being his first outing and his most recent outings. This season went 2 scoreless last weekend in the Saturday doubleheader with Anderson, 2 scoreless with a walk and a strikeout. So Mason McClarnis into the game, run to the plate here in the 7th inning in the form of a pinch hitter, Sean Strittmatter. Sean Strittmatter, the pinch hitter for Carson-Newman here in the 7th inning. He is the 8th batter of the inning for Carson-Newman. Eagles have 3 consecutive 2-out base hits. Singles from Floyd and Gibson, a double here from Soto Diaz to make it a 3-run game. Now Strittmatter, the pinch hitter, against McClarnis. First pitch, fastball, a strike from McClarnis to Sean Strittmatter, hitting .300, 6 hits, 20 at-bats, 3 runs batted in as well. Eagles, again, have some injuries, and so Strittmatter getting more opportunity. He's the pinch hitter here. 0-1 from McClarnis. Ground ball, softly to second. Moving over to his right is Johnson, and Strittmatter thrown out. And the inning is over. Carson-Newman, though, gets 3 runs. They do it all with 2 outs. Floyd a 2-run single, Soto Diaz an RBI double. Carson-Newman scores 3 times on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 left are in scoring position. All right, 3-run game now. 7-4 as we come to the home half of the 7th here on the Eagle Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
7-4 game, home half of inning number 7 here on the Eagles Sports Network. McCain Mangum back to work as we're 2 hours into this series opener. Mangum got the final 2 outs of inning 6, and he'll go to work in relief of Denver Slifka here in the 7th against Dane Frelick, Jacob Boyle, and Morgan Miller. Well, Carson-Newman's chances to move up to the 5 seed are almost come to a close before they even begin. Eagles need LMU to get swept, and the Rail Splitters are up 12-8 in the top of the 9th at LR. That's a game that Carson-Newman needs LR to rally in the 9th, but it doesn't look good. LR might lose that series opener, and so that means Carson-Newman would be the 6 or 7 seed regardless of how this series could go if LMU wins that game. First pitch swinging is Dane Frelick. Pop up in the infield right side. Foul ground. Floyd is moving over just in front of the first base coach's box. Makes the catch. Frelick retired on 1 pitch for the first out of inning 7. Kevin Hammond stays in the game. He'll catch for Carson-Newman after pinch hitting for Carson Cochran earlier in that 7th inning. All right, Jacob Boyle had a home run in the 5th. He is 2 of 3, and he'll bat against McCain Mangum for the first time. Mangum facing his 4th batter. He's retired the first 3 on just 5 pitches. Fastball away, ball 1. And even if Carson-Newman can't get to that 5 seed, which would be nice to have, Eagles certainly will want to get as high a seed as possible, which then would be 6, as Boyle takes a strike. And you still want to carry momentum into the conference tournament. If Eagles can sweep Wise and come back in this game, they'd take the longest winning streak in the conference into the tournament. 1-1. Softly hit grounder off the end of the bat, foul toward first base. It's 2 strikes on Jacob Boyle. So even though things are out of your control in terms of seeding potentially, Eagles don't really necessarily care as much about that. Just want to be playing the perfect baseball, as best baseball as you can this time of the year. 1-2 runs high and in. It's 2-2. That's certainly the case. Eagles are coming off that 5 double play game defensively. They've mustered up double-digit hits now in a bunch of games this year, including 6 straight, coming off a 19-run performance as well on Tuesday. Boyle takes call, no, ball 3. Not sure where that breaking ball was. Randall Hart said it was off the plate. McCain Mangum was 2 steps off the mound. He was expecting that to be called strike 3. Instead, Boyle sees ball 3. Now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes as Mangum comes set, and the 3-2 home is popped up foul, out of play. Good battle here from Jacob Boyle with 1 away in the 7th inning. Wise has had a base runner in every inning against Carson-Newman. They've not been retired in order today. 3 ball, 2 strike count. Mangum against Boyle. Here's pitch 7 as the senior righty sets. High fastball, ball 4, and a walk issued by Mangum with 1 out. 1 out. Here in inning 7, the 8-hitter Morgan Miller now.
With 1 on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning for the Highland Cavaliers. Now batting number 8, Morgan Miller.
Miller, the shortstop, is officially 2 of 4, or 2 of 2 rather. Sack bunt, a double, and a single. First pitch he sees, runs high and in. Carson-Newman softball lost 7-1 in the first game of their day on senior day at Vicky Kazee Hollifield Softball Complex. Eagles won't be regular season champions. That'll be Lenore Ryan, but trying to win the second game, and they're tied at 4 in the 6th inning as Miller fouls off a 1-0 offering. 7-4, UVA Wise in front. They scored 7 unanswered runs over 6 innings. Finally, the Eagles answered with 3 in the 7th. The Eagles get a shutdown frame here and stay within striking distance in the final few innings as Mangum checks on Boyle. One. Pop up softly, nearing foul ground. Gibson giving it a run. Bolton was playing deep and left, and nobody gets to it in foul ground. It's hit pretty softly as well. Didn't stay in the air very long. Rodriguez, the shortstop, also was sprinting over. Strike two. Mangum's ahead 1-2 on Morgan Miller. Wise has never won a series against, or has only won one series against Carson-Newman. That was here 2 years ago. This is just the second series since Wise joined the South Atlantic Conference at this field. Picked first, and it gets away from Floyd. It was a low throw from Mangum. Boyle rounding second base. He's going to third. Here comes the throw from Soto Diaz. It's a good one. Gibson applies the tag, and Boyle's out. What a throw there from defensively Soto Diaz in foul ground. The failed pickoff turns out to be a 9-5 play at third. 2 away. That's a really good defensive play. And it also takes away a sacrifice opportunity there. Great play in foul ground by Carson-Newman defensively. Time called, and head coach Tom Griffin will make a visit here to the mound in a 1-2 count. It's actually Floyd that made that play. I thought it was Soto Diaz tracking it down. It's Logan Floyd with that long throw across the diamond. It's a 3-5 put out at third base on Carson-Newman's second error of the day. Eagles are going to go to the pen here, I think. Coach Griffin made a signal to the pen with his right hand. And Carson-Newman will make a change in a 1-2 count with 2 away against Morgan Miller. McCain Mangum will, well, maybe not come out of the game. Yep, he is coming out of the game. Eagles turning to a reliever. It's Drew Fletcher coming in for Carson-Newman. 2 strikes on Morgan Miller, 2 outs. I'll tell you more about Drew Fletcher. With Carson-Newman down 3 in the 7th, this is the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Drew Fletcher will pitch in his freshman season for the 13th time. 34 in the third innings for Drew Fletcher this year. In 12 appearances, 4.7 ERA, 16 walks, 14 strikeouts for Fletcher this year. 5'10 freshman out of Waxhaw, North Carolina, and Marvin Ridge High School. He pitched an inning and 2/3 against Shorter of scoreless baseball in the middle part of that game on Tuesday. He'll face UVA Wise here with Morgan Miller batting. It's a 1-ball, 2-strike count with 2 outs. Nobody aboard after that 3-5 put out at third. Fletcher looks into his catcher Hammond in the 1-2. Ground ball, softly foul. Third base side was fair halfway up the line before drawing foul. Fletcher pitching in a weekend game for Carson-Newman for just the 3rd time this season. 1 pitch, 1 out against 18th ranked Wingate, and then got 4 outs, a 3-run ball against 6th ranked LR in early February, or late February. 3rd appearance of his career that day. Swing and a miss. Good second pitch from Fletcher. He gets Miller swinging, and the inning is over. It was an unconventional 1-2-3 frame, but for the first time, Wise only sends 3 to the plate. The Eagles get 3 outs in the frame on Fletcher's first strikeout on his second pitch. We're through 7. Carson-Newman's deficit stays at 7-4 as we head to the 8th.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talents up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeandeagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson
They got a good
City,
closer.
serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable
This
fiber
isn't him,
broadband
but-
network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Glad to have you back here on the Eagles Sports Network. 7-4 the score. It is Carson-Newman down by 3. Mason McLarnis got the final out of the 7th. A 7th that Carson-Newman scored 3 times in with 2 outs, and now he'll begin the 8th. Again, Ryan Whitson, the reigning sack pitcher of the year. A very good arm for this Cavaliers team. He's got a 4.6 ERA over 15 appearances in 31 innings. He's their late inning guy. Even though he's not had many save opportunities, only 2 this year, he's their late inning guy. In close games, they turn to him. Right now it's McLarnis, hoping maybe he can get them the 8th. As McLarnis pitches to Sebastian Rodriguez. First here in the 8th. First pitch, Rodriguez takes outside corner a strike. Rodriguez was the only Eagle not to bat in that 3-run 7th. That's why he leads off the 8th. For 28-win Carson-Newman up against 11-win Wise. 1 pause, McLarnis with a glove at his belt. Lifts the left leg tall and gets Rodriguez to fly one foul. Off the light pole and left. In foul ground. How about that precision? 2 strikes. Shortstop Rodriguez behind in the count. It's actually 2 different guys throwing or loosening, as in stretching and tossing a little bit for Wise in its bullpen. Cole Nathan, Braxton Smith after Rodriguez here in the 8th. 2 balls and 2 strikes as McLarnis sets, and the pitch to Rodriguez is lined foul. Good crowd on hand. Bleachers filled here behind home plate at Stallard Field. Lawn chairs up the left and right field lines as well. To catch this series opener, 0-2, hit well by Rodriguez, going out to left, rolling back to the wall. It hits off the bottom of the wall. Rodriguez has extra bases. He'll stop at second base, and Carson-Newman opens the 8th with a Rodriguez double off the left field wall. I gave that one a ride and nearly had his 2nd career bomb. Instead, it's an extra base hit. The 8th double for Rodriguez this year. Puts a runner on for Cole Nathan. Again, wonder when Ryan Whitson comes in this game for Wise. Remember, he threw 130 pitches his last time out. By far his most in a game this season for a guy that only had 25 innings of work entering that relief outing that lasted till the 16th when he entered in the 9th. Wonder what his leash is and how much he'll be available. First one in Nathan is a strike from McLarnis, who's come in and throw a lot of strikes to these Carson-Newman hitters. 7 pitches, 7 strikes from the sophomore reliever since entering the game. Pitching to Cole Nathan, who's 1 for 2. 4th inning double, 7th inning walk to start that 3-run frame. McLarnis is 0-1. Low, there's his first ball. Well, the way this park is set up, you get a tying run on base, or you get the tying run to the plate. One swing can change this game again. Wise has hit 3 home runs. Carson-Newman's not hit 1 yet. But this park, balls jump out of here. 4 to pitch for McLarnis. He offers a 1-1, then hits Cole Nathan in the back. First and second now. First base was open, but a second hit batter in as many innings does bring the tying run to the plate, and Braxton Smith here in the 8th.
With 2 on and none out here on the top of the 8th inning for Carson-Newman. Now batting number 2, Braxton Smith.
We'll see how Carson-Newman utilizes this situation. Last half inning with first and second, nobody out. Kevin Hammond bunted. What signs does head coach Tom Griffin give his runner and hitter here? Smith now stands in. Rodriguez and Nathan aboard. Wise's corner infielders playing inside the bags. expecting Smith to bunt. McLarness is first. Smith shows bunt and takes a high breaking ball. What's the leash here on McLarness as well? The only out he's got was that final one of the 7th inning. A double and a hit batter here. Just put 2 on with nobody out. 1-0. Smith shows bunt again and takes a strike. 1-1. Matt Bishop has a bat. He's in the on-deck circle for the 8th spot in the order, the catcher's spot. Currently owned by Kevin Hammond. But Bishop swinging and warming up right now. McLarness sets. 4 to pitch. He offers a 1-1. Smith sees it bounce into the turf. Runners stay put. Good block by Boyle behind the plate. And it's a 2-ball, 1-strike count here in the 8th inning. Carson-Newman led 1-0. Wise scored twice in the first, 1 in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, another in the 6th to lead 7-1 after 6. Carson-Newman trying to put together another road comeback here in Wise, Virginia. 2-ball, 1-strike count, 3-run game, 2 aboard, nobody out. Smith shows bunt again and takes low and away. 3-1. Smith a pitch away potentially from representing Carson-Newman's tying run at first and bringing the go-ahead run to the plate here in the 8th. It's a 7-4 game. McLarness is behind Smith 3-1. Is the bunt still on here? 3-1. It is. Smith bunts it. Third base side. Good bunt. McLarness off the mound to his right. Throws to first. Smith retired. Second and third on the sac bunt by Braxton Smith. And here comes Matt Bishop for Carson-Newman. It's a 1-3 play at first base. Eagles down to their final 5 outs and will turn to Matt Bishop off the bench.
Number 27, Matthew Bishop.
Well, Bishop's been good in these spots this season. He's hit north of 300 all year. 343 the average for Matthew Bishop. He's been part of some heroics in late game comebacks as well. 8 pinch hit base hits this year for the freshman. And he takes a strike. He's 8 of 19. Nobody else on this Eagles roster has half the pinch hit base hits than Bishop. With his 8 of 19 at the plate. He's got 8 of the team's 21 pinch hit knocks. Down on the count, 0-1 to Mason McLarness. 0-1. Bishop. Pop-up foul at strike 2. Can the Eagles turn this lineup back to the top for Logan Floyd? He's in the hole. Bolton on deck. If Floyd came to the plate, he would represent the either go-ahead or tying run if he was able to get into the batter's box. Bishop behind on McLarness, 0-2 with 2 in scoring position. The 0-2, high and in. Third different player is Matt Bishop coming into this 8th spot in the order. Cochran started, went 0 for 2. Hammond pinch hit for him last inning and grounded out. Now Bishop pinch hitting here in the 8th. 1-2. Fastball, knee high, called strike 3. Bishop rung up looking, and there's 2 away here in inning 8 for Ryan Bolton. Bolton strikes out, or rather Hammond or Bishop strikes out, and now Bolton has the bat in his hands, and he represents the tying run here in the 8th. 7-4 game, tying run at the plate. Eagles can score 2 with a base hit to the outfield. With Nathan at second and Rodriguez at third. First pitch to Bolton. Flares it foul into the screen, 0-1. And Floyd would be on deck. If Bolton gets a base hit and scores 2, Floyd represents the go-ahead run in any scenario. If Bolton's walked or is hit by a pitch and loads the bases, Floyd still represents the go-ahead run. 0 for 3 is Ryan Bolton today. Couple of flyouts so far. 0-1. Called strike 2. McLarness went to the outer edge to get the strike 2 call. And this is back-to-back batters. And McLarness has worked ahead, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. McClarnis pitching for the Cavs. Bolton, ground ball sharply through the right side, a base hit. Rodriguez scores. Nathan is coming around. The throw is cut off. Ryan Bolton delivers for Carson-Newman. RBIs 13 and 14 from the senior, make it a 1-run game. How about the 2-strike, 2-out approach from the senior outfielder to plate 2 Eagle runs? And here you go. The go-ahead run is Logan Floyd at the plate here in the 8th inning in a 1-run game. 7-6. How about that swing from Bolton? And now Logan Floyd. 1-run game. Closest it's been since the 3rd. 7-6. First one to Floyd from McClarnis as a breaking ball bounced in the turf. Good block. Jacob Boyle's been terrific behind the plate. No wild pitches or pass balls with him operating as Wise's catcher in this game. 7-6. Eagles have scored the last 5 runs to make this a 1-run game. All 5 runs have scored with 2 outs over the last 2 innings. 1-0 to Floyd. Fastball knee high, a strike. Floyd's goal this year was 10 bombs. He hit his 10th against Shorter. That closed that game in walk-off fashion. 10-run the Hawks on Tuesday. His 11th could give Carson-Newman the lead. McClarnis is 1-1, bouncing the turf. It was so short of the plate that Boyle could easily backhand that one hopper. 2-1. Aiden Gibson's had a great day as well. He is 2 of 4 and would be next. So did Diaz after that, and he's 3 of 4. Floyd's 5th at bat. He's 1 for 4, 2-run single last inning. Here's the 2-1. Breaking ball inner corner, a strike 2. Floyd disagrees, shook his head. Time called. Trey Miller and Brendan Crow from first requesting for time. And they want to maybe break up this situation. Again, this happened last half inning. They just want to reset. Logan Floyd maybe disagreed with that strike 2 call and want to reset his mind and lock back in for a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch in a 1-run game. Floyd's got his 41st career multi-RBI game with that 2-run single in the 7th that has started this rally. Can he give the Eagles the lead or at least continue on this 8th inning for Carson-Newman, who has mustered up 5 hits over the last 2 innings and 5 runs to make this a 7-6 game? Mason McClarnis against Logan Floyd. The righty sophomore will pick to first and Bolton's back safely. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Floyd will have to wait after the pickoff to first. All-conference player going to be en route to a 3rd straight All-SAC award. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the 8th. The pitch to Floyd is grounded sharply. Frelick at 3rd will go to 2nd for the force, and the inning's over. 1-run game, though, on a 2-out single by Ryan Bolton. 2 strikes, 2 outs. The senior delivers. 2-run 8th on 2 hits, no errors, and the Eagles leave the tying run on base. 7-6, bottom of the 8th. Eagles within a run, and they'll try to keep it that way with Drew Fletcher going back to work for the home half of the 8th here on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long. From the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
One-run game. Carson-Newman's Ryan Bolton delivers. It's a one-run game, 7-6 as Drew Fletcher goes to work against 9-1-2 of Wise's order. Eagles have the last 5 runs, trying to rally on the road once again. They're going to probably have to face Ryan Whitson in the 9th, one of the best relievers in the South Atlantic Conference, all-conference caliber Ryan Whitson. And what might be a one-run game, it might be more, depending on what UVA Wise is able to do here in this 8th inning here on the Eagles Sports Network. Glad you're with us. LMU, by the way, has erupted for a 17-9 lead on LR. And so Carson-Newman will not finish in 5th place in the league. But they need to win games to get to 6th place as Dalton Chapman bats for the third time here. One hopper hit sharply to third. Nice play from Gibson off one hop, and he throws out Chapman. That was hit very sharply, but right to Gibson, who scooped it off one hop at third. Throw out the center fielder, robbing him a base hit. One away, and now here comes Jaden Ruling, top of the order. Well, Fletcher has thrown just 7 pitches, but has recorded 2 outs. Now the one-out batter's Ruling at the top of the order. He's 1 for 4. First pitch, breaking ball, inside corner, a strike. Eagles want to give Drew Fletcher more of these type of innings, knowing that there's no midweeks left. Even though he's been the midweek starter all year, he's got to get some relief innings under his belt here. At this point in the year, he'll be called upon as he gets a swing and a miss on a slider away, and it's 0-2. Plus, you want to build up some of these young guys and their confidence. Everybody that's pitched today, Slifka, outside of Henderson in the pen here, has been guys that have not pitched collegiate innings entering the year. Slifka, Mangum, and now Fletcher. 0-2. Ruling stayed away on the slider away that time. Jacob Rogers has come into the game as Carson-Newman's catcher. Third different guy to catch for Carson-Newman in this series opener. 7-6 Cavs in the 8th. 1-2 from Fletcher is fouled back. Hit sharply into the screen. It stays 1-2. Ruling 1 for 4. This is a Wise team with 12 hits. 2 of their last 4 hits are home runs. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch again. Swing and a miss. Fletcher had it rolling way out in front. Fletcher's got his second strikeout and his second out of the 8th inning as well. Here's the 2-hitter, Luke Johnson. Carson-Newman so far has calmed down these Wise bats since the middle innings. Cavaliers scored 5 of their 7 runs in innings 4 through 6. Johnson takes a strike. Ryan Whitson has been warming up for the Cavaliers. He's going to pitch the 9th, it appears. In a 1-run game. 0-1 on Luke Johnson. Doubled and scored in the first. Takes sign away, 1-1. Reached base as well in the 4th, but batting for just the 2nd time in the last 4 innings. Here with 2 away in the 8th. Long look in for Fletcher. Pitch clock at 7 as he gets into his windup. The 1-1 from the righty runs inside. Nearly hit Johnson. Two balls and a strike. Johnson against Fletcher. Inside corner strike evens the count. Carson-Newman's not had a conventional 1-2-3 frame. The one last inning was a 1-out walk and then a failed pickoff attempt. As Johnson has called for time, and he'll just delay a 2-2 pitch. With 2 away in the 8th. That 7th inning, that was a 1-2-3 frame. The Eagles got a 3-5 putout after the failed pickoff at third. They got a 3-5 play there to get Boyle trying to go first to third on that error. And so Ben Miller struck out, and that was the 7th inning, and only 3 batters went to the plate. It's the case right now. Ground out, strikeout. And Fletcher's a pitch away from a scoreless 8th, and a 1-2-3 frame would be the only 1-2-3 conventional frame today. If Fletcher can seal the deal here and keep Carson-Newman within a run, the Eagles will have 2, 3, and 4 coming to the plate in the 9th. Soto Diaz and Gibson headline that group. They've got 5 hits combined. Fletcher winds the 2-2 to Johnson. Off the plate, 3-2. Fletcher had taken 2 steps toward his first base dugout. And Randall Hartz called it ball 3. 3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Fletcher's got the sign. Plenty of time on the pitch clock. He gets into his windup at 7. The payoff to Johnson is grounded sharply. It is a fair ball just inside the first base line. Floyd takes it there himself to the first base bag. Innings over. First conventional 1-2-3 frame comes by the former the righty Drew Fletcher. It's a 1-run game. Carson-Newman down a run in the 9th. They'll face Ryan Whitson, trying to at least get one to extend this series opener on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Monson Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit cneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network, and we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
One-run game. Ryan Whitson in. He's got 2 saves this year, 15 appearances, 31 innings, 28 strikeouts for the SAC Pitcher of the Week. The grad student from Alcoa, Tennessee, pitched 8 innings of 2-run ball and was the SAC Pitcher of the Week. Struck out 7 guys, pitching all of the extra innings win for Wise last weekend over Anderson, and now he goes to work again. He threw 130 pitches 6 days ago. First one to Aiden Gibson is slow for a ball. Again, wonder how much that affects the right-hander. Heading into that 8-inning relief outing, he had gone 5 2/3 against Tusculum, but prior to that, had only pitched 2+ innings on 3 other occasions this year. Aiden Gibson's batting. He's 2 for 4 today. 1-0 pitch is low as well, 2-0. Again, how much of that does affect Ryan Whitson? He's had a week off, but he's pitched 5 2/3. He's pitched 13 2/3 over the last 2 weeks after only pitching 18 innings over his first 13 outings in 3 months of the year. 2-0 to Gibson. High fastball, it's 3-0. Whitson has walked 24 guys in 31 innings. He walked 3 against Anderson. He's walked 3 in 3 straight, including 4 in his last 5. The 5'9" grad student pitches a 3-0, a strike to Gibson, who took half a step toward first. Soto Diaz, and then maybe a pinch hitter. Sean Stripmatter is a pinch hitter, has come in as a DH. He's in that spot right now. Eagles have already gone to the bench multiple times. Hitters count for Gibson. It's 3-1 to start the 9th, and he takes strike 2. 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Whitson fell behind. He's worked it full against Gibson. The payoff to start the 9th is hit high in the air to center. Chapman ranging to his right, just behind the Wise logo, which is a big logo out in dead center. He makes the catch, 1 away. Gibson's flown out to center field 3 times now. 1 away, and now Bradley Soto Diaz. Soto Diaz, 5 home runs this year, 34 runs batted in. Eagles have not hit a home run in quite some time. Kylan Hornbuckle has a bat. He'll get an opportunity next up. As Soto Diaz stands in against Ryan Whitson. First pitch. Stayed away from a breaking ball away. 1-0. Carson-Newman's last home run was Floyd's against Shorter. They've only hit 2 home runs in their last 10 days. In 5 games. 1-0 to Soto Diaz. Grounded foul at the plate. 1-1. Soto Diaz's 5th of the year came against Wingate in a series in which he homered in 3 straight games. He's not homered since. Be a great time for him to deliver, maybe. Kylan Hornbuckle is on deck. Soto Diaz is going to be given a second by the home plate umpire, Randall Hartz, here. After hitting that ball off his foot. 7-6 game. Eagles trailed by as many as 6 runs. They've got it within 1 thanks to a 3-run 7th and a 2-run 8th. But the Cavaliers have their sack pitcher of the week, Ryan Whitson, out there to try to get his 3rd save of the year. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away in the top of the 9th. Whitson comes set in the pitch home. Inside corner strike on a changeup, and Soto Diaz behind 1-2. Kylan Hornbuckle, the DH. He is pinch hitting and would be next. Carson-Newman, he hit a home run against Morris Hill 2 weekends ago. 2 strikes on Soto Diaz as Whitson offers high and in. 2-2. Soto Diaz has a 3-hit day. He is 3 of 4. RBI double in the 7th. Single and another double in the 3rd. 16th multi-hit game of the year. Can he deliver a 4th hit? Would be a season high. 2-2. Swing and a miss at a ball in the turf. Boyle did not tag him out. He'll have to throw to first. Throw is there. 2 away. Soto Diaz strikes out against Ryan Whitson. And the Cavaliers are an out away from a 1-run victory as Kylan Hornbuckle will be Carson-Newman's pinch hitter and last life.
The 9th inning for Carson-Newman, now batting.
Hornbuckle is 2 of 7 in pinch hit opportunities this season. He got a couple of starts against Morris Hill and hit his first career home run. In that series, he's a .211 hitter this year. 4 of 19 at the plate. He bats as Carson-Newman's last life. Rodriguez is next. Eagles have overcome deficits with 2 outs in the 9th multiple times this year. Down a run in the 9th here against Whitson and Wise. First pitch low for a ball is the Whitson behind 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch to Hornbuckle is now a strike. 2-1 fastball, or 2-0 fastball makes it 2-1. Game that started at 3:04. We're at 5:45, 2.5+ hours for the series opener. 12 hits, 7 runs for Wise, 6 runs for Carson-Newman on 9 hits. Grad student Whitson sets for a 2-1, and Hornbuckle, did he offer? He did not. Check his swing and a breaking ball away. On the appeal to Brett Stowe at first, it's 3-1. Second hitter's count that Carson-Newman's batters have worked themselves into against Whitson here in the 9th. Gibson ended up flying out on a 3-2. What will Hornbuckle do? He's back into the batter's box, and the senior waits on a 3-1 and takes high ball 4. Carson-Newman has a 2-out base runner after a pinch hit walk drawn by Kylan Hornbuckle. Why is his pitching coach just going to come out of the dugout?
1 on and 2 out here in the top of the 9th inning for Carson-Newman, now batting.
And talk with Whitson as well. 16 pitches for Ryan Whitson. And he'll face Sebastian Rodriguez, who represents the go-ahead run. All of Stallard Field is shaded as Ryan Whitson comes set, facing the freshman Rodriguez in the ninth with 2 outs. Hornbuckle aboard. Hornbuckle does not take off. First pitch to Rodriguez, a knee-high strike.
Chalk is not the strike zone. It's not chalk to chalk, Blue.
0-1 on Rodriguez. He has been part of multiple late-inning heroics, including a walk-off sacrifice fly last month against Newberry. Batting here with 2 outs, representing the winning run. Hornbuckle takes off, pitches outside for a ball, throw to second. Hornbuckle slides in safely. He's got a stolen base. And the Eagles have a runner in scoring position and a 1-ball, 1-strike count for Sebastian Rodriguez. Risky play. Hornbuckle takes off on the 0-1, gets there safely, and now a base hit could tie the game. Rodriguez against Whitson. Grad student against a freshman with 2 away. 5 to pitch. Whitson's 1-1. Outside corner strike to Rodriguez. It's 1-2. Carson-Newman down to its last life and last strike here. Rodriguez trying to be a hero again. He doubled and scored in the 8th. He's 1 for 3 in the game. Can he extend things for Carson-Newman in the 9th in this series opener with UVA Wise on the road? 1-run game, 1-2 to Rodriguez. Hit sharply back up the middle towards second. Moving is the second baseman Johnson, who throws back to third. He didn't have a play to first. He was playing so deep into the hole near right field that Rodriguez is hit near the middle of the infield. That forced Johnson all the way over. He would have never got Rodriguez, so he tried to backpick Hornbuckle, who moved to third, and Hornbuckle got there safely. First and third on the infield hit from Rodriguez. It's Carson-Newman's 10th. And the Eagles have the tying run 90 feet away and the winning run on base as well. Or go-ahead run, rather. Cole Nathan, the batter. He is 1 for 2. He has reached base 3 straight times. 4th inning double, 7th inning walk, 8th inning hit by pitch. 2 on for him with 2 outs as he faces Whitson. First pitch, breaking ball, strike at the knees on the 21st of the inning from Ryan Whitson. Carson-Newman has 10 comeback victories this year. 3 are on the road. Those ones on the road have been in impressive fashion. Can they do it again on the road? Can these comeback kids? No balls in a strike. Hornbuckle 90 feet away from tying the game. The 0-1 to Nathan is another breaking ball for strike 2. Carson-Newman down to its final strike again. The Eagles trailed at Anderson 5-0. They ended up rallying for a 11-6 victory. They trailed by as many as 6 here today, 7-1. They've made it a 1-run game in the 9th. They have a runner at third and first for Cole Nathan. The 2-strike, 2-out pitch is away for ball 1. Sebastian Rodriguez was down to his final strike and delivered a base hit. Or delivered a fielder's choice, they call it, not an infield single. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Can Nathan keep things going? 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 aboard, 1-run game. Rodriguez takes off, and Nathan flies one foul out of play, right side. It stays 1-2, and the drama builds here in Wise, Virginia. These final 3 at-bats from Hornbuckle, Rodriguez, and now Nathan have all been in a shaded Stallard field. It's been sunny all day. Sun's found a cloud here as the series opener nears its end potentially. 7-6 game. Whitson facing Nathan. 2 all-conference players in this 9th inning situation. 2 strikes, the count, 1-2. Rodriguez takes off. Nathan takes high and away. Rodriguez, without a throw, advances to second. And now a base hit could give the Eagles the lead. Again, Wise, though, content. They don't want to throw down to second, not get the runner out there, and let Hornbuckle score. So they let Rodriguez go. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position for Nathan here in the 9th. Nathan hit in the back by a breaking ball, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Braxton Smith. Second straight time Nathan's been hit by a pitch in as many innings, and the bases are loaded for Carson-Newman in the 9th for Braxton Smith. Can Smith be the hero? This is the 6th batter of Carson-Newman's 9th inning. They've loaded the bases, all with 2 outs. Braxton Smith is 0 for 2 today. First pitch, outside, ball 1. Wise has had a couple of guys loosening, but you figure that this is Ryan Whitson, the grad student's game to finish if he can. Smith this year, 2 of 9 at the plate in bases loaded situations. 1-0 count, 2 outs. Smith takes high, it's 2-0. Wonder if Smith is taking here until he gets a strike because of Whitson's inability to find the strike zone. Whitson in this 9th inning, 28 pitches, just 13 strikes. 2-0 count on Smith with the bases loaded. The pitch to Smith is high, ball 3. The Eagles are a ball away from tying the game. These kids just don't go away. 3 balls and no strikes. Remember, Whitson earlier this inning rallied against Gibson after falling behind 3-0 and got him to fly out. 3-0 to Smith, high and in. It's a 4-pitch walk. Carson-Newman's tied the game in the 9th. 7-all. Hornbuckle scores. Rodriguez and Nathan advance bases. The bases stay loaded. And here comes Jacob Rogers.
Carson-Newman, the pinch hitter number 18, Jacob Rogers.
Rogers batting with the bases loaded. The game will continue. Rogers the opportunity against Whitson. First pitch. Knee-high strike to Rogers. 0 for 2 is Jacob Rogers this year with the bases loaded. He's batting for the first time today, and he is the 4th different player in the 8th spot of Carson-Newman's order today. Whitson sets the 0-1 to Rogers. Line drive down the left field line. Carson-Newman has the lead. Nathan around third. He will score a 2-run, 2-out double from Jacob Rogers. Eagles lead in the 9th, 9-7. How about the senior Rogers fresh off the bench against the conference's pitcher of the week? Rips one down the left field line, and the Eagles have their 2nd lead of the day. 9-7, and that's it for Ryan Whitson. These comeback kids do it again, all with 2 outs. 2-out walk by Kylan Hornbuckle. Rodriguez, fielder's choice to reach. Nathan hit by a pitch. Smith, bases loaded, walk to tie the game. And now Jacob Rogers with his first career bases loaded hit has given Carson-Newman the 9-7 lead. We'll tell you about Wise's new pitcher after this. What a rally from the Eagles here tonight.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Sawyer Patrick is the new pitcher for UVA Wise as Carson-Newman has rallied for 8 runs over the last 3 innings to take its 2nd lead of the day. Wise led 7-1 after 6. Carson-Newman leads 9-7. They've got 2 in scoring position with 2 outs after Jacob Rogers' go-ahead double here in the 9th inning. What a rally from 28-win Carson-Newman, a team that with a sweep today can get to 30 wins. What an impressive effort by the Eagles. Here's more on Sawyer Patrick. This will be his 18th appearance of the year, a team-leading 18th appearance as the Eagles have run Ryan Whitson, the closer, out of the game. Sawyer Patrick into the game for the Cavaliers. He's a 6'3 junior right-hander from Hazard, Kentucky. His numbers this season sound like this. An 8 ERA on the dot in 17 innings, a couple of losses in 24 and 2/3 innings. He has struck out 16 with 17 walks. He will face Ryan Bolton. The Wise Cavaliers had so much momentum built up over the last handful of innings, or in the middle innings of this game. The home run ball has lifted them to this lead, but they have given it away. The Eagles offense has rallied for 8 runs in the last 3 frames to take the lead. What is it about comebacks in these kids? That's all they've done all year, come back from deficits. If they can rally and hold on to this one in the bottom half of the 9th, it would be Carson-Newman's 11th comeback win this year and 3rd in which the Eagles did it all with 2 outs in the 9th inning. Remember the Newberry game, Carson-Newman trailed 15-12 in the 9th, and the next 5 guys reached to walk off Wingate. In this game, 5 straight have reached base in the 9th to take a 9-7 lead. Smith at third, Nathan at second, or Rogers at second as Bolton takes high for a ball. Ryan Bolton has had his hand in this comeback as well. 2-run, 2-strike, 2-out single to right in the 8th inning that made it a 1-run game. 1-0 from Patrick. Knee-high strike. Bolton disagrees, as he should. Pitch nearly hit the turf. Only 2 hits in the inning, 3 free passes from Whitson and 2 hits. Part of Carson-Newman's 3-run 9th to take a 2-run lead. Patrick's 1-1, swing and a miss. Bolton out in front. It's strike 2. And the Eagles get a run of insurance, an extra run or 2 here from Ryan Bolton, the senior outfielder. Trying to come through for a 2nd straight half inning. He's 1 for 4. Sawyer Patrick, the right-hander, comes set, and the pitch to Bolton is popped up foul. It's still 1-2. Bolton had a ton of good at-bats, as we said, reached 4 times on Tuesday against Shorter. So many at-bats that went 7 pitches or longer. He said before today's game that he doesn't actually like getting that deep into counts. He likes to be aggressive early on and swing and be aggressive with his bat. But he's a battler up there in the plate. Doing that again here with Patrick. 1-2. Fastball stays high. It's funny because he doesn't like these long at-bats that have extended, but he finds himself in these situations and in these long ABs more often than not, and it feels like more often than any other player on this Carson-Newman roster. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sawyer Patrick comes set. 2 in scoring position for the Eagles, and Bolton takes called strike 3 looking. Eagles have the lead, though. Jacob Rogers gives Carson-Newman the lead. A bases-loaded walk tied the game at 7. And then Jacob Rogers, a base hit, 2-run double off the bench, has given Carson-Newman its 2nd lead of the day. It's 9-7. And now can the Eagles hold the lead? Drew Fletcher coming out for the 9th after this on the Eagles Sports Network.
In 2025, we celebrate 130 years of Carson-Newman athletics. Over the years, the teams at Carson-Newman have been known for their toughness and Christian spirit. Through the decades, teams and individuals playing at the highest levels have brought recognition for this little school on the banks of Mossy Creek. While we remember the past, we look towards the future. So join the Eagle Club today as we continue to support our athletes and coaches through funding and facilities. Talons up.
Join the Eagle Club today. Visit seeaneagles.com/Eagle Club.
We love our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Light is your home team provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilight.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Got 11 wins on the season.
Drew Fletcher will try to finish off this Carson-Newman comeback. Would be the 11th comeback win from Carson-Newman baseball this year. Would be the 4th on the road. Carter Babb, Jake Smith, and Joshua Morgan. 3-4-5 for Wise in the ninth. They're trailing for the first time since the first inning. They were down 1-0, and then Carter Babb hit a 2-run blast, so they've not trailed until now. First pitch of the ninth from Fletcher's a strike on the inner half. Fletcher has one career win. This would be a win if Drew can finish off what he has started. He's retired 4 straight, and all 4 that he's faced since coming in for the final pitch and out of the 7th inning. 0-1 line from Fletcher, and his fastball runs away. It's 1-1. Jacob Rogers, the hero for the Eagles. Now the defense and pitching needs to finish this thing. 8 unanswered runs from Carson-Newman baseball to take a 2-run lead. The 1-1 to Babb is fouled back, and it's a 2-strike count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Babb is 2 of 4. Wise is 12 hits today, but only 1 hit since the 5th. For the Cavaliers, it was a home run by Babb in the 6th inning. They have just 1 hit in the last 3 half innings at the plate. 1-2 from Fletch. Babb went around. Home plate umpire Randall Hartz rings him up, and Drew Fletcher has a 3rd strikeout, and that's the first out of the 9th inning. Next up is Jake Smith. He's 2 of 4. What a comeback this would be for Carson-Newman baseball. And what a tone it could set for this final series and chance to sweep these Cavaliers. That's a inning that could change the complexion of the series, not just the game, but derail Wise's confidence for the doubleheader in the second game of the day as Fletcher gets Smith to go around for strike 1, but also for tomorrow. Even though tomorrow is senior day and the Wise Cavaliers know this is the end of their road, that's one that just kills the morale and momentum they had built throughout this game. 0-1. Fletcher winds and pitches, and Smith chases again at another ball on the turf, and it's 0-2 quickly. Fletcher has looked great. 5 batters faced, 5 retired, 3 by strikeout, and he's a pitch away from getting his 4th strikeout in the second out of the 9th inning here, maybe against Jake Smith. 3 hours into this series opener as Fletcher pitches an 0-2 and Smith rolls it to the Eagles' dugout. Sun is basically all but gone behind a cloud here as we work across the 6 o'clock hour here in Wise, Virginia. Wind starting to pick up a little bit as well as Fletcher has the sign from his catcher Rogers. Another 0-2, runs inside with a fastball. Kane Mangum and Denver Slifka have given Carson-Newman relief innings after Christian Henderson's start only lasted 3 2/3 as Henderson has to tie his right sneaker, so pitch clock will reset, time called. Carson-Newman's pitching, led by Fletcher, has retired 5 straight, and if you take away that walk in the 7th, 1-2, swing and a miss. Ball was dropped by Rogers. They'll tag out Smith. There's 2 away. Fletcher has struck out 2 in a row to open the 9th. He's got 4 strikeouts and 6 batters faced. 2 away. Here's Joshua Morgan. If you take away that walk in the 7th inning, because Boyle ended up getting retired on that throw from the outfield from Floyd and foul ground to third. If you don't count that, Carson-Newman's staff has retired not 10 straight. Fletcher bounces in one. That spans Mangum and Fletcher's time on the hill. Wise had multiple base hits in innings 1, 2, and 5 in this game. That's where 8 of their 12 hits have come in this game. 1-0 to Morgan. Fastball, strong one from Fletcher, and the count evens. And Carson-Newman can't finish above 5th place now. They can't get any higher than 6th place because of LMU's victory at LR to open the day. Carson-Newman baseball worried about itself, trying to continue their winning ways. The 1-1, breaking ball was below the knees to Morgan. Carson-Newman's crowd disagrees. 2 ball, 1 strike count. Morgan is 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. 2-1 from the freshman. Fletcher runs away. It's 3-1. And remember, if Morgan gets on the tying run coming up for Wise, and they've hit 3 home runs today, and a park that, again, is friendly to the home run ball, even though Carson-Newman has not been able to join the home run party. Hitters count for Joshua Morgan, who's got 10 himself this year, and he hits one sharply to third, right to Aiden Gibson. He fields it cleanly, sets his speed. His throw is offline, and Floyd can't make the catch. It gets away. Morgan hustling to second, and he gets there safely. Well, it felt like the game was over, but Gibson's throw is a little wide for Floyd to get. It's a second Carson-Newman error, and Wise has hope. Morgan hustling to second base as well. Is Dane Frelick represents the tying run here in the ninth. Oh boy, Gibson's so sure-handed, one of the best third basemen defensively in the league. Rare to see him make a play like that. That was so routine, but he did not make a good throw across. Wise going to go to the bench. Dylan Foster going to run as Jason White comes out of the first base dugout, and he wants to chat everything over with his infield and his pitcher and catcher. White has come to the mound today to make pitching changes. First time he'll come out there, and it looks like maybe just chat with his infield and his pitcher, Fletcher, who's trying to finish this thing off. Again, this is uncharted territory for the rookie Fletcher. Midweek starter all year, has come in some spot work in weekend games throughout the season, but has never pitched in this late game scenario before. And so words of encouragement potentially here from Jason White to help get Fletcher through this ninth inning. Don't want this to unravel because of the throwing error. He's going to face Dane Frelick. Jacob Boyle would be next. Although he's not even on deck, and Wise... Now there he comes. He was late getting to the on-deck circle. Frelick is 1 for 4. Singled and scored in the 5th. He's grounded out, struck out, and popped out in his other plate appearances. Tying run at the plate for Wise in the form of Frelick. First pitch ground ball to short. Rodriguez attacks it. Sets his feet. Throws a laser to Floyd. Ball game, and Carson-Newman wins again. Carson-Newman has its longest winning streak of the season. A 7-game winning streak because the Eagles rally from down 6 in the 7th inning. A 7-1 deficit turns into a 9-7 victory. The comeback kids just don't stop doing it. They come back again, this time from 6 down on the road to win a 29th game this year and a 7th straight and a 5th straight in the league as well. It's the 14th road win, and what a road win it is for Carson-Newman baseball. Terrific work from the Eagles to win 9-7. We'll talk to you in another half hour or so. We'll say roughly 6:45 is when these two teams will play the second game of the day as Carson-Newman wins 9-7. Drew Fletcher, the winning pitcher, second career win for him. Eagles win by 2, 9-7 in comeback fashion. This has been the Eagles Sports Network. We'll talk to you in a half hour as Carson-Newman and Wise play a doubleheader. The second game comes to you after this.